How's going, guys? Welcome to the channel. In this video we are gonna see, what if Naruto was the love shinobi in Built Harem with Lala? Huge shout out to marshalanime for this story. If you wants to see awesome fanfiction like this, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Naruto, you up yet? A brunette asked as she entered Naruto's room. Of course he's not, the young girl said to herself as she saw the blonde still asleep. What did you expect? The brunette heard a voice say. I don't want to hear it from you. I rarely ever see you do anything other than sleep, the girl told the orange fox curled up at the corner of the bed. I don't know what you're talking about, the fox said before pretending to ignore her. Get up already, the brunette said as she pulled the covers off of her brother. Oh, Mikan, morning already? Naruto drowsily asked, right before rolling over and trying to go back to sleep. At this, Mikan grabbed his shirt and dragged him off the bed. Gwa! Okay, I'm up, Naruto told the girl after straightening himself out in a sitting postilion. Good, I'll have breakfast ready shortly, so get ready for school, Mikan told him before leaving the room. Seinen high school. Why do I have to go to school? I'm a trained shinobi, for crying out loud, Naruto thought to himself as he walked down the hall, when a purple-haired girl got his eye. Guess it isn't all bad, the blonde thought as he looked at his crush. Why don't you just confess? A voice asked from behind the blonde. Well, if you would recall, Tsuruyama, I don't have what you'd call a normal life, Naruto told his friend without taking his eyes off the girl. So you're a shinobi from a parallel universe, big deal. I'm sure she'd understand, Tsuruyama told the blonde. Understanding that, and dating are two different things, Naruto as he started walking again. Now hurry up, I don't want to be late because of you, the blonde said. Why are you concerned? You never pay attention in class anyway, Tsuruyama teased his friend. Fine, you can stay there for all I care, Naruto said, and kept walking. After classes. I'm not going to get stronger if all I do is go to school, Naruto complained inside his head. Wah! Naruto heard someone scream, and quickly turned his head to see the disciplinary committee president Yuiko Tegawa falling down a flight of stairs. The blonde quickly rushed over to catch the girl before she got hurt. Need help? Naruto asked as the giant stock of papers Kotegawa was carrying fell around them. I think I could use it at this point, the brunette said as she looked at all of the scattered paper. You can put me down now, Kotegawa said with a rather noticeable blush. Sure thing, Yui, Naruto said as he placed the girl on her feet and went to pick up the papers. Any reason you're still at school? Kotegawa asked as she helped pick up the papers. Nah, I was just about to head home, Naruto told her as he formed a clone to help. Paperwork would be a lot easier if I could make clones like you, Kotegawa commented. They do come in handy, Naruto said. Why do you have one of Ero-sanen's books? Naruto asked when he saw the familiar orange cover on the floor. It's not mine. I confiscated it, Kotegawa nearly yelled. No need to yell, I believe you. You and I both have the same opinion about his books, Naruto told her with a playful look. I know, but to have something so shameful on school grounds. Why can't people just act properly? Kotegawa said as they finished picking up the papers. I'm not sure if proper is the right word, but yeah, it'd be nice if there weren't so many perverts, Naruto said as the two walked down the vacant hall. Thanks for helping, Kotegawa told him. What are friends for? Naruto told her. Home. Why does Ero-sanen have to be back in our world right now? Naruto asked himself as he took a bath. Guess there's no point complaining, Naruto said to himself as he was about to get out of the bath. However, he was stopped when he saw bubbles coming out of the water. What the? The blonde asked, right before the water exploded. What the hell, who would attack me here? The blonde thought as he was about to attack whoever it was, but stopped when the steam cleared enough for him to see the person. Successfully escaped, the naked girl with long pink hair said as she stretched her arms. Hello? Naruto hesitantly greeted the pink-haired intruder. HM? Oh, hello. The girl cheerfully greeted back. Either she doesn't know she's naked, or she just doesn't care, Naruto concluded as he looked his eyes onto hers as if his life depended on it. Naruto's room. Now that we're dried off, I'm Naruto Uzumaki, Naruto introduced himself, once he came back into the room after putting on clothes. I'm Lala, the Pinkett said as she sat on his bed wrapped in a towel and scratching the fox's ear. I come from planet Deviluk, Lala continued. So you're an alien? Naruto asked. Well, for you Earthlings, I guess I am, Lala cheerfully answered. Do you not believe me? Then, here, look at this, Lala said as she reached behind her to pull up the towel. Earthlings don't have tails like this, right? Lala said as she revealed a long black tail with a heart shape at the end. For one who created the Oiroke no Justu, you don't have a very strong defense against girls, the fox said, as it looked at the blonde's blush. Wah! It talked, that's so cool. Lala gushed as she stared at the fox. That's just Kurama. He usually just sleeps all day, Naruto told her. It's not like I have anything better to do, Kurama said as he accepted his fate as Lala's cuddle toy. Anyway, mind telling me how you wound up in my bathroom? Naruto asked the girl. That's because I used this. Lala said, showing him her bracelet. This Pion warp cone that I made. I can't specify the destination, but this makes it possible for each living unit to warp a short distance. Lala explained. You can teleport around with that? That sound assume. Naruto said excitedly. Before the blonde could ask anything else, a small white and black robot came in through the window. Lala-sama. Are you alright, Lala-sama? The robot asked as it flew into her arms. Peek. Oh, I'm so glad. You were able to escape safely too, Lala said as she hugged the robot. Yes. I was lucky since the ship wasn't outside the Earth's atmosphere. Peek informed Lala. Lala-sama, who is that odd-looking Earthling? Peek asked as she pointed at Naruto. Oh, that's Naruto. Naruto, this is Peek. She's an all-purpose costume robot that I made, Lala introduced them. Nice to meet you, Peek said with a wave. Same here, Naruto said right before Lala's towel was thrown into his face. Lala, what are you? Naruto was asking when he heard her say, well, Peek, I leave it to you. After an understood from Peek, the robot transformed into Lala's clothes. Tada! Lala said once it was done. That's definitely useful, was Naruto's thought on this. How does it look, Naruto? Lala asked the blonde. It looks nice, Naruto told her. By the way, Lala-sama, what do you plan to do now? Peek asked the Pinkett. Well, about that, I have some idea, Lala said, right before two suit-wearing men with tails like Lala came in through the window. Goodness, what a troublesome lady. I should have restricted your freedom even if I were to tie your hands and feet until we left Earth, the one with blonde hair said. Peek, Lala said with an annoyed expression. Why, yes? Peek responded. Didn't I tell you to be careful about those who follow you? Lala asked. Yes, Peek answered. Geez, you stupid robot. Now everything just went down the drain. Lala childishly complained. So these guys are after Lala, Naruto thought as he watched them. Come on, let's go. The blonde guy said as he grabbed Lala's arm. No, let go. No. Let go of me. Lala shouted as she struggled. Didn't you hear her? She said let go. Naruto said as he decked the guy. Come on, Lala. We're getting out of here. The blonde told her as he led them out the window and onto the rooftops. Naruto, why? Lala asked as they jumped from roof to roof. What do you mean why? I can't just stand by and watch someone get kidnapped. There's no way I'm going to let that happen to you, I promise. Naruto said as he led them to the park, not noticing the surprised look on Lala. Park. So much for outrunning them, Naruto said as he turned to face them after they threw a truck in their way. Do not interfere, Earthling. One of them told Naruto. Sorry, but I promised I'd help Lala out. Naruto told them. Please stop trying to run away from home. The blonde man told Lala. I don't want to. Lala said. Run away from home? Naruto asked himself as he glanced at the Pinkett. I've had enough. I don't know if I'm a successor or whatever, but I'm tired of meeting future husband candidates every day. Lala yelled at them. But, Lala-sama, this is your father's. Well, the man tried to reason with her. I don't care about Daddy. Lala told them as she took out a cell phone-like device, and summoned an octopus-like robot. Crap! It's one of Lala-sama's inventions. The man freaked out right before the robot sucked them up. Wow! It's a giant vacuum, Naruto said as he used chakra to keep himself on the ground. Lala, you can turn it off now. Lala? Naruto told the Pinkett. What's wrong? Lala-sama? Pieck asked. How do you stop this? Lala asked as she placed a hand on her cheek. This isn't going to end well, Naruto thought just before the robot exploded. The next day. Hope Lala's alright. She ran off after apologizing last night, Naruto said as he walked to school. I'm sure she's fine, Naruto happily said before hearing a familiar voice. Good morning, Yuki-kun, the purple-haired girl greeted. Oh, good morning, Haruna, Naruto said. Yesterday Haruna began to say, thinking about how she saw Naruto on the rooftops with a pink-haired girl. You know what, Tsuruyama's right. I should just tell her how I feel, Naruto thought to himself, as he closed his eyes and just went for it. Since we've met, I've wanted to tell you something. I really like you, so will you go out with me? Naruto said. Now I just wait for her, replied Naruto thought as he opened his eyes to find Lala standing in front of him. Oh, you were thinking about the same thing, that's perfect. Lala cheered. Lala? Naruto questioned. Then let's get married, Naruto. Lala cheered as she hugged the blonde. I'm so going to kill Tsuruyama for this. Naruto roared in his head. I found it. That's the school thing that Naruto attends, Lala happily said as she flew around with her anti-gravity wings. Lala-sama, Pieck said, getting the Pinkett's attention. What is it, Pieck? Lala asked. Are you really going to marry that earthling? The costume robot asked. Yup. Why? Lala asked. Lala-sama, you're the first princess of the planet Deviluk, which reigns over the galaxy. Marrying Lala-sama means that the earthling called Naruto will be, Pieck was saying when Lala cut her off. Well, don't you worry about it. Just let me do whatever I want, Lala told the robot. Seinen High School. I dropped my lunch, Naruto concluded after searching his bag. Now what am I going to do? Naruto asked himself as he sat at his desk. You're a shinobi, suck it up, Kurama said through the seal. Oh, you're up, are you? The blonde commented. I can only sleep so much, Kurama told him. Naruto! Tsuruyama all but yelled as he flung the classroom door open. Hey, what's going on? A very pretty girl is looking for you, Tsuruyama told the blonde. You're on your own, Kurama told Naruto as he cut the connection. Damn fox! Naruto shouted in his head. Random hallway. Lala, what are you doing here? I said we'd talk after school, Naruto told her as he and Tsuruyama ran up to the girl. Ah, Naruto! I found you! Here it is. I brought this for you, Lala said as she held up his lunch. My lunch! Naruto said as he ran up to her. I knew I dropped it, thanks for bringing it, the blonde thanked her. Hey Naruto, who is she? What's your relationship with her? Tsuruyama asked as he and a large group of male students stared at the two. This'll turn out poorly if I don't explain this carefully, Naruto thought as he tried to come up with a good explanation. Me? I'm Naruto's bride, Lala cheerfully said as she latched onto his arm. So much for that idea, Naruto thought. Way out! The crowd asked in anger. Naruto, you have Haruna-chan and Tsuruyama somewhat asked, looking like a zombie. Wait, I can explain. Naruto tried to calm them down. Seeing them waiting for an explanation, Naruto did the only thing he could think of. He picked Lala up bridal style and ran for it. After a moment to register in their heads what happened, the boys took off after the blonde. Why are they angry? Lala asked. I wonder why. Naruto sarcastically responded. After losing the angry mob. Finally lost them, Naruto said as he sat against the wall. Hey Naruto, since I'm marrying you, can I start living in your house today? Lala asked as she sat next to him. I promised to help you, so yeah, but you do know I never said anything about marriage? The blonde asked her. That sounds interesting, Lala and Naruto heard someone say. Looking up, Naruto saw a blonde with curled hair, a girl with glasses, and a brunette he recognized as Rin Kuju. Haha, so you heard us, huh? Naruto asked as he rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. Not to worry, I have no intentions of telling someone about this. Besides, I've been meaning to meet you for a while. No, Naruto the blonde informed him. You must be Saki, right? Rin talks highly of you, Naruto said as he stood up to greet her. She speaks highly of you as well, Saki said. Are these friends of yours? Lala asked the blonde as she too stood up. Kind of, I spend time with Rin every now and then. But this is the first time I've met Saki and Aya, Naruto said, motioning to the blonde and glasses-wearing girls when he said their names. Yes, it's true that this is our first meeting, and I hope that it isn't our last, Saki said. Sorry to interrupt, Saki-sama, but if we don't hurry we'll be late for class, Aya told her blonde friend. Yes, of course. We'll have to continue our talk later, Saki said as she, Aya, and Rin started walking away. Lunch is almost over. I didn't even get to eat my lunch, Naruto thought to himself. With Saki, Aya, and Rin. You failed to mention how handsome he was, Saki said to Rin. I didn't really think of him like that, Rin said with a small blush. It's fine, though, if what you've said about him is true. Well, I'll just have to make him mine. Shouldn't be too difficult with him being in that CRE you told Yuz about, Saki said, already imagining the two together, even if she has to share with a few others. That night. Is something wrong, Naruto? Lala asked Naruto, who was sitting at a riverside. It's not that something's wrong, more that I just want to know some things, Naruto told her. What do you want to know? Lala cheerfully asked. First, I want you to understand that the confession I made this morning wasn't for you, Naruto told her. So you don't like me? Lala asked. Well, not like that. I mean, we've barely known each other for a day, Naruto nervously explained. It's okay, I can live with that, Lala told him. What do you mean you're okay with that? Naruto asked, surprising the alien princess. I just said I don't love you, and you just okay with marrying me? Naruto asked her. Lala-sama, a voice said before Lala could answer him. Zastin, Lala said as they turned to see a white-haired man donned in armor. Fufu, I went through a lot of trouble to get here. I got arrested, a dog chased me down, and I got lost. That's why I really don't like underdeveloped worlds, but this is it. Lala-sama, come back to planet Deviluk with me. Zastin told her. That's right, she ran away from home. Wait, that means that she's okay with marrying me so that she doesn't have to go home, Naruto realized. Nya! I won't go back. I have a reason not to, Lala told him as she pulled her eyelid down. What is your reason? Zastin asked. I fell in love with this guy here, Naruto. So I'll marry Naruto and live with him on Earth. The Pinkett told Zastin. I see, that's how it is, Zastin said as he took a thinking pose. Curse me for keeping promises. I'm going to have to talk to Lala about this, Naruto thought to himself. I was wondering about it when I heard the report from my men. They said that an Earthling tried to rescue Lala-sama, Zastin said. Now that you know, go back and tell Daddy. I'll never go back, nor will I meet the future husband candidates. Lala told the Devilukian warrior. No. It doesn't work that way. I, Zastin, have received an order from the king of Deviluk to take you back. I won't be able to face the king if I go home after approving the marriage of a suspicious Earthling and Lala-sama, Zastin told Lala. Then what can we do? The Pinkett asked. Please stay back, Lala-sama, Zastin said as he rushed Naruto with a sword made of energy. Let me make sure whether or not he's suitable for you, Lala-sama, Zastin said after Naruto avoided the strike. Now you Naruto guy. Show me your real skills in a fight. Are you ready? Zastin said as he rushed the blonde again. You're going to regret this, Naruto said as he formed a cross-shaped sing with his hands and became enveloped in smoke. A simple trick like that won't work on me. Zastin yelled as he slashed Naruto as he came out of the smoke. Not even worth drawing my sword, Zastin said, just before the Naruto he cut down turned into a cloud of smoke. What the? Zastin asked, only for his answer to come from above. Disappointed? Naruto asked as he slammed his fist into the man's face, shortly followed by 4 more Narutos. He can create clones? Peek asked in surprise. I didn't know Earthlings could do that, Lala commented. They can't, or at least, they're not supposed to, Peak said. Sorry, but I don't go down that easily, Naruto confidently said. It would seem you're right, but you won't win if that's the best you can do, Zaston said as he went to attack the blonde again, taking out 3 of the clones. Your clones, while useful, aren't very durable, Zaston commented. Don't worry, there's more where that came from, Naruto said, forming 10 more clones. He's doing a lot better than I thought he would, Peak said. Yeah, Lala agreed. Take this, Naruto said as he sent a volley of kunai at the swordsman, only for him to easily cut through the metal and take out the 2 clones coming up on his sides. Damn, that sword is annoying, Naruto said as he regrouped. So you've noticed how much better my blade is compared to your primitive weapons, Zaston said, confident in his sword. How about you try this then? Naruto yelled as he ran up behind Zaston with a ball of swirling chakra. Why? Zaston said as he brought his sword up to block the blonde's attack out of reaction. Rasengan! Naruto shouted as he slammed the ball of chakra into the sword. Such power, it's beginning to warp my sword, Zaston thought as he tried to hold his ground. Yuki residence. You know where Naruto is? Mikan asked Kurama as she set the table. You might want to put Naruto's food in the fridge. He's going to be a while, Kurama told her. You're not going to tell me, are you? Mikan asked, and revived silence in return. With Naruto. That sword really is annoying, Naruto said from the spot near Lala he was blasted to, as a result of the explosion caused by the sword and Rasengan colliding. I won't be beaten so easily, Zaston yelled as he charged at Naruto, despite the blood running down his head and cracked armor. You've gotta be kidding me, Naruto said as he prepared to defend himself, only to watch Lala trip the man. Didn't expect that, Naruto thought. What are you doing, Lala-sama? Zaston asked the Pinkett. Hasn't Naruto proven himself already? Lala asked. But Lala-sama, marrying you, the heir of the Deviluk royal family, means that he'll reign over countless planets that are right now under King Deviluk's care. A spineless man won't be able to do it, Zaston yelled. Is he calling me spineless? Naruto wondered. That's why the king gathered possible candidates from all over the galaxy to meet you, Lala-sama, Zaston argued. And I told you that's exactly what I don't like. I'm sure Daddy cares more about the heir than me. Lala yelled at him. No, that will never happen, Zaston yelled back. Cut it out already, Naruto yelled, getting their attention. An heir of planet Deviluk, or meeting possible marriage candidates, who cares about any of that? You can't just tell someone to love someone else. A marriage isn't possible if it's with someone you don't love. Just let her fall in love with whoever she wants. Give her the choice. Naruto yelled. Naruto, I'm happy, Lala said as she looked at him with a caring expression. Huh? Why would she say something like that? Naruto asked himself. You said you didn't like me, but you understand my feelings very well, Lala said as she placed her hands over her heart. Like Naruto said, I just want to live a life of my own. There are a lot of things that I want to do, and I want to decide my future husband on my own, too. That's what I was thinking. I used our marriage as an excuse so I didn't have to go back, Naruto, Lala said. But now I know. I think I really can marry you, Naruto. I mean, I want to marry you, Lala happily said. Yep, I'm stuck with her, Naruto thought with a smile. I lost Earthling. It is my duty to follow King Deviluk's orders. Thus I was oblivious as to how Lala-sama feels, or rather I knew, but tried to not think about it. But now that you pointed that out, I admit my loss, Zaston said as tears flowed down his cheeks. He's definitely overreacting, Naruto thought as he looked at the man. I don't know if those countless husband candidates from places in the universe will agree with it, but I will report it to King Deviluk myself. That we can entrust Lala-sama to you. You, who can truly understand Lala-sama's feelings. Zaston said as he left Naruto and Lala to tell the king. Lala happily hugging the blonde. Why is she in my bed, was the first thing Naruto thought when he woke up that morning. Why is she naked, was his second thought as his face turned bright red, and he fell out of bed. This woke the sleeping Pinkett. Ah, Naruto, morning, Lala greeted the blonde after she sat up and stretched. Yeah, morning, mind telling me why you're in my bed? Naruto asked the girl. But I wanted to sleep with Naruto, Lala said like it was obvious. Why does everyone want to sleep on my bed? Naruto asked himself as he looked between the pinkett and the still sleeping fox. Naruto, how much longer are you going to sleep? You'll be late, Mikan was saying as she came in the room, but stopped when she saw Lala. Sorry for bothering you, the brunette said as she quickly shut the door and left. At least it wasn't Ero-san, the blonde thought. Oh yeah. I have to go out today. Peek, Lala said, after one change of clothes. Okay then, Naruto, I'll be out for a while, Lala said as she flew out the window. Don't get into any trouble, Naruto told her. I won't, Lala told him before flying off. I wonder if she was serious last night, Naruto thought, as he recalled what she said about wanting to marry him. At least this should keep Danzo and the elders of my back for a while. I can't even remember how many times they've told me that I need to rebuild my clan for the sake of the village, Naruto thought as he changed into his school clothes. They're probably going to keep sending profiles on possible marriage candidates still, the blonde thought as he left his room. As the blonde turned the corner into the kitchen, he was met with the last person he wanted to see at that moment. That's my boy. I knew you had it in ya. A tall white-haired man with a ridiculous expression said, as he gave the blonde 2 thumbs up. Sorry, Naruto, but I had to tell him, Mikan said as she stood next the perverted shinobi. Son of a bitch, was all the blonde could think. Seinen high school. So, me and Haruna have daily chores, Naruto thought as he looked at their names on the board. Maybe this will be a good opportunity to explain what's going on, the blonde thought as he looked to the purple-haired girl. What's the worst that could happen? I'd only have to explain that I'm a shinobi from a parallel universe, and that Lala's an alien princess, Naruto thought as he tried to not listen to any pessimistic thoughts. Lunch. What's wrong with me? Naruto asked himself as at his desk. I can go toe-to-toe with high-level shinobi without a second thought, but I can't even talk to one girl. Naruto berated himself. Before he could sink any further into his depression, a familiar face came into the classroom. Oh, hey Yui. You need something? Naruto asked the disciplinary committee president as she walked straight for him. You're coming with me right now, Yui ordered, as she grabbed the blonde's shirt and started dragging him with her. What did I do now? Naruto wondered as he let the girl take him wherever. Outside. What's this I hear about you having a fiancé? Yui demanded once she let go of the blonde. Oh, that's what this is about, Naruto calmly said with a touch of relief. Don't say it so casually, I want an answer. Yui told him as a blush started forming on her cheeks. Her face is going to be priceless, Naruto thought as he prepared to explain. Her name's Lala, and she's an alien princess that I helped run away from home. Which she did because she didn't want to meet with marriage candidates, but now she's in love with me and there isn't anything I can do about it. Oh, and she's staying at my house, Naruto explained to her as if he was talking about the weather. Knew it, the blonde thought as he looked at her completely bewildered expression. After a few minutes of what he assumed was her letting his words sink in, she finally made a response. Do you really expect me to believe that? She asked as she pointed an accusing finger at the blonde. I do, when you consider you were told all of that by a shinobi from a parallel universe that can make a small army out of clones, Naruto said, essentially ending any argument she would have had. You have the weirdest luck I've ever heard of, Yui told her blonde friend. You can say that again, Naruto agreed. So, what do you plan to do? Yui asked. I'm still working that out. I promised I'd help her, so I can't just leave her, Naruto answered. I hope you know what you're doing, Yui told him. Don't worry, this is me we're talking about, Naruto reassured her. That's why I'm worried, the brunette informed him. Funny. Oh, and I think you'll want to know that Ero-san came back this morning, Naruto informed the girl. That's just great, now I have to worry about that pervert being on school grounds, Yui said. Talk to you later, Yui told her blonde friend, before she walked off. Now, back to my lunch, Naruto thought as he went back to the classroom. After school, I haven't been able to talk to her at all, Naruto complained as he finished tending to the flowers. You also took care of the flowers often when we were in junior high, didn't you, Yuki-kun? Haruna asked as she stared out the window. People forget about changing water, quite easily. But you took care of that frequently, Yuki-kun, she continued before he could answer. Someone had to, and I was already used to watering the plants at home. It's nothing special, Naruto told her. I think it's your kindness, Yuki-kun, Haruna said. Never heard someone put it like that, thanks, Naruto told her. Oh, you're welcome, Haruna said with a small blush. I'll go take out the trash, Haruna said as she quickly made her way to the door with the trash can. Wait, Haruna, Naruto said as he saw her foot catch in the doorway. Be careful, the blonde told her after he caught her. Thanks, Haruna told him after he let her go, his face turning red. Yuki-kun, will you help me take out the trash? The purple-haired girl asked, to which Naruto accepted with a sure. Next day. Yeah, it's rather sudden, but we have a new transfer student. Come in, the teacher said, just before a cheerful voice said, okay. Woo-hoo, Naruto. Now I'm a student in this school too. Lala happily said as she stood in front of the class. At least I know what she was up to yesterday, Naruto thought, not sure how he should react to this. Later on the roof. How did you get admitted into the school? Naruto asked the pinkett. That was easy. I made a request to someone called principal in this school. You're cute, so sure. That's what he said, Lala explained. Figures, Naruto thought, somewhat disappointed in his principal. But don't worry. I didn't tell anyone that I'm an alien, Lala assured him. That's good. We don't need to freak people out, Naruto said. It's not such an easy problem. Lala-sama is the princess of planet Devluke. If the public knows about it, her life would be in danger. Even with the skills Naruto Dano has displayed, I'd rather be safe than sorry, Peak said. Oh, Peak, so you're Lala's uniform, Naruto said, noticing the robot. Try not to worry so much, this isn't my first time protecting a princess, Naruto said. You've met other princesses? Lala asked. Yeah, Koiki was the first princess I met. I can tell you about it after school if you want, the blonde said, to which Lala eagerly agreed. After school. Should have seen this coming, Naruto thought as he watched Haruna give Lala a tour of the clubs. I'm sure Lala will be fine, but it doesn't hurt to be sure, Naruto thought as Yui came up behind him. What are you doing? Yui asked the blonde. Keeping an eye on Lala so she doesn't get into any trouble, Naruto answered without looking away from Lala and Haruna. So, the girl with pink hair is Lala? Yui asked, as she peered around the corner. Yeah. Apparently she's been home-schooled her whole life, and this is her first time in a public school. Figured it'd be best if I kept an eye on her for the first couple of days, Naruto told her. Want me to help? Yui asked, having nothing else to do. It had been a rather peaceful day, so she didn't have any paperwork to do. If you want to, Naruto told her, right before dashing to a different spot. Right, he's a shinobi. Which means he's been trained to do stuff like this, Yui thought as she wondered if she could even keep up with him. Later. Do you have someone you like, Haruna? Lala asked as the two came up to the baseball club. Why all of a sudden? Haruna asked the pinkett. I fell in love with someone very recently for the first time. It's a strange feeling to be in love, my heart is pounding, Lala told her. Is she talking about Yuki-kun? Haruna wondered. What are they talking about? Yui asked. Sorry, I can't really hear Naruto was saying when a baseball hit him on the head. Naruto, Yui said, concerned for the blonde. Don't worry, I've been hit harder than that, Naruto said as he rubbed the spot the ball hit. Do you, Haruna was asking when the ball rolled in front of them, getting Lala's attention. What's this? Lala asked as she reached for it. That's the baseball club's, Haruna told her. Lala held up the ball in amazement, and then ran over to the baseball club saying, Hey, let me try out. I think it's time we stopped hiding, Naruto said as he stood up and walked out of the bush, followed by Yui. Lala wants to play baseball, huh? Naruto asked Haruna like he had just got there. Yuki-kun. What are you doing here? Haruna asked the blonde in surprise. I was helping Yui here when we noticed you and Lala, Naruto said, motioning to the brunette as she walked up to them. Oh, nice to meet you, Haruna greeted with a slight bow. Why yes, nice to meet you too, Haruna-san, Yui greeted. You know my name? Haruna asked. Naruto's mentioned you from time to time, Yui said, a bit nervous about talking to the girl she was just tailing. Just bounce that ball back with this stick. Okay. Lala happily said as she held the bat. Heh. She sure is pretty, I'll go easy on her, the pitcher said before throwing the ball. A ball that Lala then sent into orbit. Woohoo, it goes on and on, Lala said as she watched the ball disappear. This isn't good, Lala-sama. You've gotta adjust your power to the Earthling's peak, told her. Man, I knew she was strong, but I didn't know she was that strong, Naruto said, getting nods of agreement from the shocked girls behind him. Heh. Not only is she cute, she's pretty good at this too. I like it. I'll let you be my girlfriend, the pitcher said, getting cheers from the other baseball club members. Eh? No thanks, Lala said, turning him down. Then have a match with me. If you cannot hit my next ball, you'll have to be my girlfriend. The pitcher nearly yelled. I don't like that guy, Naruto said as he sent a slight glare at the pitcher. That's Motomitsu. We've gotten several complaints by girls around the school about him. But he hasn't technically done anything wrong, so we can't do anything about him, Yui said, holding a similar view on the guy as Naruto. Naruto, perfect timing, Lala said as she ran up to the blonde. Perfect timing for what? Naruto asked. For you to hit the ball in my place. Lala said like it was obvious. Sure, I don't mind showing this guy up, Naruto told her. Okay, I'll be right back, Lala said as she took off with the bat. Where's she going? Haruna asked. Who knows was the only answer Naruto could give. With Lala. Lala-sama, what are you doing with the almighty tool? Peak asked as Lala brought out a scepter-looking device from her D-dial. Since it's Naruto's turn, I thought it'd be better if it was flashy, Lala said as she made a few modifications to the bat. After that, here. Please use this, Lala said as she handed the bat to Naruto. What did you do to it? Naruto asked when he saw the swirl on it. It's called buzzing Batkuin, the pink kid told him. Might as well try it, Naruto thought as he walked up to the plate. You're filling in for her? Ha ha ha! Don't be silly. An amateur wants to hit a ball thrown by me, who will surely be a professional in the future. You wish, Motomitsu said as he threw the ball. Too easy, Naruto thought as he prepared to hit the ball. Then Lala activated the bat, which had rockets hidden in it. What the hell? Naruto questioned as the rocket-powered bat hit the ball, sending it and the blonde flying. Why me? The blonde asked as he flew through the air, courtesy of the bat he was holding. Kaya! Naruto's so cool! Lala gushed as Haruna and Yui stood there speechless. That was fun! Okay, let's go to the next one. Lala cheered as she grabbed Haruna and Yui. Wait! Why are you taking me with you? Yui asked as she was pulled along by the happy alien, now a part of the club tour. I know the fate of the world depends on me keeping Lala's finance candidates from taking her, but they could at least put up a fight, Naruto thought as he watched Lala flush the alien GHI Bree down on of her inventions. Let's get Haruna down, Naruto said, already in the process of removing her from the tentacle machine GHI Bree had her in. After getting Haruna down, you have anything that can fix her clothes? Naruto asked as he avoided looking at her exposed chest. Pete can, Lala informed him. Leave it to me. And with that Pete proceeded to repair Haruna's uniform. Could you take her to the nurse's office when Pete's finished? I need to head back to class and make sure no one starts worrying about us, the blonde said as he started making his way to the door. Sure, Lala told him. Oh, and when she wakes up, tell her that you found her after she passed out from anemia or something. We don't need to worry her by telling her about GHI Bree, Naruto said before he left. Nurse's office. Are you awake, Haruna? Lala asked when she saw the girl open her eyes. Lala-san, what happened? Haruna asked the pinkett. Haruna, you collapsed near the tennis club's room. They said it's anemia, Lala told the girl. Anemia? Haruna asked as she sat up. Either way, I'm so glad that you're safe, Haruna. Lala cheered as she hugged the purple-haired girl, much to said girl's surprise. Lala-san, were you the one who found me? Haruna asked. Nope, the one that saved you is Naruto, Lala told her. Sunday. Wah. This is the Earthling's town. It's got so many things around. How interesting. Lala happily said as she looked around. She sure is happy, Naruto said. It wouldn't be a very good date if she wasn't, Jiraiya said from behind him. If this is a date, then why are you two here? Asked the slightly irritated blonde, as he looked back at Jiraiya and Mikan. Someone needs to make sure you don't do anything stupid, Mikan teased her brother. Geez, thanks for the vote of confidence, Naruto sarcastically responded. That's what we're here for, Mikan told him. Anyway, this isn't a date. We're just giving Lala a tour of the town, the blonde said. Yes, speaking of which, I was thinking, Jiraiya said as he looked around. Don't you think that would be easier if Lala didn't draw so much attention, Jiraiya said, getting the blonde to notice the satires Lala was receiving. I don't think you should be saying that, Mikan said to the white-haired man. What do you mean? Jiraiya asked her. I mean, you look like you just came from a reenactment of feudal Japan, Mikan told him as she pointed out his clothes. There's nothing wrong with what I wear, Jiraiya told her, which got both her and Naruto to roll their eyes at him. He still has a point. Lala draws enough attention without dressing like that, Naruto said as he walked up to the Pinkett. Hey Lala, could you come here for a sec? Naruto asked as he grabbed her hand and started pulling her with him. Is something wrong, Naruto? Lala asked now that they were in an alleyway. There's nothing wrong. We just thought it'd be easier to give you a tour, if you changed your outfit to something an Earthling would wear, Naruto explained to her. I see, Lala said, followed by Peak saying, makes sense. Peak can transform into ant kind of outfit, right? Why don't you imitate someone on the street, Jiraiya suggested. Mem. Then maybe that one, Peak, Lala said to the robot. Roger that. Costume analysis completed. Form change. Peak said as she changed form. How is this? Lala asked now that she was in a business's suit with a doctor's coat over it, and glasses. I think that's a guy's outfit, Naruto told her, with Mikan and Jiraiya agreeing with him. How about this? Lala asked, now in a policewoman's outfit. Try again, Naruto told her. Ta-da! The Pinkett said while she was in a sexy bunny costume. I think we have a winner, Jiraiya said right before Naruto elbowed him in the stomach. Next, Naruto said. After a number of outfits. Then this? Lala asked, now in a dress with a white overshirt. We'll take it, Naruto said. Good. Then let's go, Lala said as she raked her arm around Naruto's, and started pulling him along. Getting all lovey-dovey there, aren't you, Naruto? Maybe we shouldn't have tagged along after all, Mikan teased the blonde. You can always go and spend time with Kurama, if you're so worried about ruining the mood, Naruto told her. I think I'll pass, the brunette said. After an hour or so. What is this machine? Lala asked as she looked at one of the price machines in an arcade. You put money in here and try to get a stuffed toy with the crane, Mikan explained. Wow, that's cute, Lala said as she looked at a toy rabbit in the machine. But that's pretty big, so it'll be hard to get it, Mikan said. It shouldn't be too hard, Naruto said as he walked up to the machine. One try later. Oh! Naruto, you're amazing! Lala cheered as Naruto handed her the rabbit. He's just ridiculously lucky when it comes to this kind of thing, Mikan said. Hua, you can say that. The Gaki could become rich if he ever starts gambling, Jiraiya added. You're just jealous, Naruto told them. Thanks, Naruto. I'll make this my treasure, Lala happily told the blonde. It really is nice to see her this happy, Naruto thought with a smile. What did you got there, Mikan? Naruto asked the brunette, as they walked through the shopping district. I got them for free when I bought some clothes earlier. They're discount tickets to the newly built aquarium, Mikan explained. Aquarium? The Pinkett asked. It's a place with plenty of fish and other creatures from the sea, Naruto explained to her. Ooh, that sounds fun, Lala cheered. Lala-san, why don't we go there later? Mikan suggested. As the two were talking, Naruto noticed something rather worrying. Lala, your outfit is disappearing, Naruto nearly yelled. I am really sorry, Lala-sama, Peak apologized, sounding rather worn out. Peak? Lala asked, concerned for the robot. It seems that I'm running out of energy. I guess the continuous form changes earlier burdened me more than expected, Peak explained. What'll happen if your energy runs out? Jiraiya asked the robot. Then I won't be able to keep the costume shape. Probably in about 3 minutes, aha. Seems like we got some trouble, Lala said as she sheepishly rubbed the back of her head. I'll take her to a clothes store. You two catch up with yous there, Naruto said as he grabbed Lala's hand and started running. Once he was gone, don't even think about it, Mikan warned the old pervert, as he reached for his notebook. Clothes store. Take these and get in the changing room, the blonde told Lala as he handed her a bunch of random clothes and pushed her into the room. Man, that was a close one, Naruto thought when he heard a familiar voice. Yuki-kun? Haruna asked. Huh? Oh Haruna, what are the chances of running into you here? Naruto said to the girl. What are you doing here? Haruna asked. You see, Lala had a problem with her clothes, so we came in here to get her new clothes, Naruto nervously explained. I tried this on. How is it, Naruto? Does it look good on me? Lala asked as she came out in black underwear. I only grabbed underwear, didn't I? Naruto asked. Huh? It's you, Haruna, Lala said, noticing the purple-haired girl. Could you help me out with this? I'm not exactly good with this kind of thing, Naruto asked Haruna, after getting Lala new clothes and regrouping with Mikan and Jiraiya. Wah, it's pretty. There are many kinds of fish here, Lala said, amassed by everything around her. What did you expect? This is an aquarium, Naruto said. Ah. Look at that. Lala excitedly said as she ran to one of the tanks. Lala-san, don't get too excited, you might get lost, Mikan told the pinkett. Look. This is huge, Haruna. Lala said as she pointed to a large fish. Fufu, Lala-san is like a little kid, Haruna commented. She can be at times. Oh, and sorry if you got dragged along with us, Naruto told Haruna. Ah, it's okay. I like this kind of place, Haruna told him. That's good to know, the blonde said. I'm sorry, to the purple-haired girl said. Sorry for what? Naruto asked the girl. Am I interrupting the two of you, Yuki-kun? Haruna asked the blonde. Interrupting? Nah, it's not like we're on a date. Besides, do you really think I'd let him tag along if it was? Naruto asked as he pointed at Jiraiya trying, and failing, to flirt with a busted blonde. Haha, I guess you're right, Haruna said with a small smile. HM? He seems awfully fond of her, Mikan thought to herself as she watched the blonde. Naruto. It's a serious problem. There are no corbiculae here, Lala said as she ran up to the blonde. Lala, they don't have that kind of fish, her Naruto informed her. Really? How about mackerel and sari? Lala asked. People don't typically come to an aquarium to see fish they might eat, the blonde explained to her. Oh. And that looks fun over there, Lala said when she noticed a sing for the penguin exhibit, and started running to it. I should go make sure she doesn't get into trouble, Naruto said, but before he could, Mikan stepped in. I'll keep an eye on her. You just relax with Haruna-san, Mikan said before walking off after Lala. Guess that just leaves us, Naruto said, right before it hit them that they were alone now. So anything you want to talk about, the blonde said with his head turned away from her, not wanting her to see his blush. Well, about the other day Haruna managed to get out. Other day? Naruto said. Lala-san told me that you were the one that took me to the nurse's office. I wanted to thank you, but I never got the chance, Haruna told him, a small blush adorning her cheeks. Don't mention it. I always help out people who are important to me, Naruto said without thinking. I'm important to you? Haruna asked the blonde, which only worsened his blush. Why yeah, of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? The blonde asked. It's just, you seemed like you never noticed me. And now you and Lala, Haruna was saying, unsure of what to say. Me and Lala, huh? It's kinda complicated. Like an arranged marriage, without actually being one, Naruto tried to explain. What do you? Haruna was asking when Naruto suddenly pulled her down, and a penguin to fly over her. What did Lala do this time? Naruto asked aloud, only for the girl in question to show up. How is it? Isn't it great? Lala cheerfully asked as she ran up to them. Depends, what did you do to them? The blonde asked. Hee, they move around so slow, so I gave them this. 100 times the energy with just one pill. A secret remedy for Deviluk soldiers, Berserker Deluxe. Lala explained as she held up one of the pills. Lala, Naruto said. Yes, the Pinkett responded. Never use that unless it's an emergency, Naruto told her. With Mikan and Jiraiya. He definitely likes Harina-san, Mikan said. The Gaki's growing up. Maybe I should take him to the elemental nations for a more thorough education on women, Jiraiya suggested. If you ever want to enter the house again, you'll forget about that plan. Also, should we do something about this? Mikan asked as she watched the penguins flying around. Nah, I'm sure whatever Lala gave them will wear off eventually. No need for us to get involved, Jiraiya told her. Anything new with you? Naruto asked as he swung a kendo sword at Rin. Nothing comes to mind, the brunette answered as she blocked the strike with her own sword. And you? Rin said as she took a step back and launched her own strike. Ero-san and went to tell Bachan about Lala. So I'm just waiting to hear what the village thinks, the blonde responded as he jumped over the girl and swung from behind her. Speaking of Lala-san, Rin said, ducking under his swing and swiping him off his feet. Has your engagement with her been finalized? Rin asked as she watched the blonde use his free hand to flip onto his feet before he hit the ground. No, apparently I have to keep other finance candidates from taking her until there's a wedding, the blonde said as he slammed his sword into her, to try and off-balance her. I see, and if you fail to do so? Rin asked as she spun to the side to keep from fall back. Let's just say it's not good, Naruto said, as he felt her sword on the back of his neck. That's so. I'm sure you can handle any challenger, Rin told him as the other members of the kendo club started cheering for them. You've definitely gotten better since we first met, the blonde told her. I have you to thank for that, Rin said as the two were surrounded by the kendo members. The crowd began to say things like, you two were amazing. I wish I was that good. You should join the kendo club, Yuki-kun. And yeah, if we had Kuja-san and Yuki-san, we'd win nationals for sure. Sorry, but I have too many things to do to join a club. I'm lucky I can come here as often as I do, Naruto said as he made his way through the small crowd. Rin, can you tell Saki and I said hi? The blonde asked as he made his way to the door. I'll be sure to tell them, Rin said before he left with a thanks. Homeroom. Naruto, you weren't at home this morning. Lala said as she hugged the blonde, once she got into the classroom. Sorry. Guess I forgot to mention that I visit the kendo club in the morning every now and then, Naruto told her. Kendo club? Lala asked. Yeah, he makes sure to visit at least once every week. I even heard the kendo club's been trying to get him to join all year, a girl with short blonde hair said, with another girl with black hair pulled into pigtails and wearing glasses. Morning, Risa. Morning, Mio, Naruto greeted the pair. Morning, Yuki. Morning, Lala Kai. Mio greeted back. Really, why don't you join? Lala asked. He thinks his shinobi training gives him an unfair advantage, Risa said. And you think it doesn't? Besides, I only visit to spend some time with Rin, Naruto said. Oh, seeing another girl behind Lala Kai's back? I didn't know you had it in you, Risa teased her fellow blonde as she pressed his arm into her cleavage. Oh yes, everyone knows swinging wooden swords at each other is a sign of undying love, Naruto said, playing along with her. Really? I didn't know that, Lala said, completely missing the fact that we're joking. Lala, we're joking. Me and Rin just enjoy sparring from time to time, Naruto explained to the Pinkett, fearing she might go find a wooden sword and start swinging it at him. What's wrong, Mr. Ladies Man? Afraid of all of the attention you're getting? Risa teasingly asked the blonde. How am I a ladies' man? Wouldn't I have to be popular with girl to be one? Naruto asked the blonde as he removed her from his arm. But Naruto does know a lot of girls, Lala said. You're not going to get through to him, Lala Kai. Naruto's wouldn't be able to tell a girl liked him unless she flat out confessed to him, Risa said, to which Naruto rolled his eyes. Why don't you go back to your seat and stop trying to figure out my love life? Naruto told Risa. Fine, I'll go to my seat. We can talk about your love life later, Risa said before going to her seat. All right, everyone, Get seated already, the teacher said as he walked into the classroom. Yeah, this may seem sudden, but we have a new transfer student, the old man told the class. Another transfer student? Risa questioned. I know, we just got Lala, Mio said from her seat in front of Risa. This Rin Else Joria-kun. Everyone, be nice to him, the teacher said as a boy with BLCK and white hair entered the room. His appearance getting most of the girls in class excited to have a handsome boy join the class. Almost as soon as he entered, Rin rushed over to Lala. I finally found you, Lala-chan. My bride, Rin said as he held the pinket's hand, surprising the class. Well, this is interesting, Naruto thought with a calm expression. My dear, I recognize you at first sight. The way you shine cannot be hidden even in a big crowd. You were so beautiful when you were playing in the palace garden. Your smile shed light into my heart just like the sun. And now, your dazzling shine is even more beautiful after all these years. You really are a goddess, Ren declared, almost as if he were on stage performing. Hey, what's going on? Risa asked. A guy from the past appeared? I bet Yuki and Lala are involved in a complicated love relationship, Mio suggested. A love story filled with love and hate, Harisa said. I won't deny that the relationship between me and Lala is complicated, but everything else, not so much. I've never seen this guy before, like you too, Naruto said, having moved beside them. Ah. Once again a heartfelt meeting. I'm glad I came all the way to this remote region. Now Lala-chan, let's share this joy, Ren happily said. Who are you? Lala asked, crushing the boy. After a minute, well, it's okay. I won't be discouraged by this, because I am a man, Ren declared. Well, he's definitely odd, but I've met odder people, Naruto thought. By the way, Lala-chan, I heard about it. They say you're being fooled by an evil man, Ren said. So I'm evil now? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. That's right. It's you, Yuki Naruto, Ren shouted as he pointed at the teacher. Huh? Me? I'm not him, the teacher said as he pointed at himself. Excuse me? Then it's you, Ren said, pointing at Naruto. At least you got it right the second time, Naruto told him. Let me tell you about the intimate relationship Lala-chan and I once had. Look at this, Ren said as he pulled out a picture of him and Lala, Ren being in a dress. This is me when I was little. Ah, I remember you now. You're crybaby Rin-chan, Lala said. Thank you for remembering me, Lala-chan. Yes, Lala-chan teased me and dressed me up saying I looked like a girl. She tested her inventions on me almost every day. Lala-chan was really a naughty little angel. But Lala-chan promised me that if I became manly, then she'd marry me, Rin said. Did you really say such a thing? Peek asked Lala. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't, Lala told the robot. Do you understand how deep our relationship is now? Ren asked Naruto. He's going to be annoying, isn't he? Naruto asked himself. Lunch. I hate when I'm right, Naruto thought as he quickly moved through the school. Now, where can I eat my lunch in peace? The blonde asked himself as he stopped in front of the nurse's office. That'll work, Naruto thought as he went inside. Hey, Mikado-sensei, you in here? Naruto asked as he shut the door. Oh, Naruto, you get yourself hurt again? The woman with brownish-red shoulder-length hair asked. Nah, not this time, Naruto said as he pulled up a chair next to hers. Just felt like keeping me company. Or is something bothering you? The nurse asked. There's a new guy in class that keeps getting on my nerves, Naruto told her after letting out a teared sigh. What exactly is he doing to get on your nerves? Mikado asked, seeing as the blonde tended to get along with others. He keeps trying to prove he's a man by challenging me to competitions. I probably would have knocked some sense into him by now, but he's an old friend of Lala's. Even if she didn't remember him right away, Naruto explained. At least you didn't give me any more work, Mikado teased him. That doesn't exactly help, Naruto told her as he opened his lunch. True, Mikado said. Next day. What is it, Yuki Naruto? Have you decided to back off from Lala-chan? Ren asked the blonde after he led him behind the school. No. I want you to stop these stupid competitions, Naruto told him. So you're afraid to accept my challenge then? Ren asked him. That's not what I'm saying, the blonde told him. What a troublesome person. Why don't you quit deceiving Lala-chan already? Ren told him. Are you even considering how Lala feels? Naruto yelled at the boy. What are you? Ren was saying when a new voice interrupted him. Yup, the important thing is how Lala-kai thinks. Mio, Risa? What are you two doing here? Naruto asked the two girls. We saw you two wander off and followed, Risa told him. Anyway, why don't you two have a match, Risa, to decide which one of you is suitable for Lala-kai? Mio finished. A match? Naruto skeptically asked. Yup. We thought up a nice way to decide. That is, Mio said. A kiss. Risa finished. Yup. Whoever gives Lala-kai a passionate kiss first today will win. Mio explained. That idea is completely stew, Naruto was saying when Ren yelled bring it one. Later that day karaoke. Hey Naruto. Let's sing together, Lala suggested. Do you know any songs? Naruto asked the pink kid. I'm okay. Naruto and I will sing the next one together, Lala said as she dragged the blonde onto the small stage. They said whoever gives her a kiss today. So all I have to do is keep Rin from kissing her the rest of the day, and neither of us win, Naruto thought as he and Lala sang. Guess Naruto doesn't have the guts, Risa said, getting a questioning look from Haruna, who was sitting beside her. It's nothing, just something between the two of us, Mio told her. Fufu, you're too lenient, Yuki. Naruto. You'll pay for that mischance just now. As manly as possible, I'll settle this match at once, Ren thought as he walked to the small stage. Ren-chan, are you up next? Here, Lala said, handing him the mic. Thank you. My hand slipped, Ren said as he threw the mic into the wall. What the hell? Naruto questioned. Ha. Oh man, one of the microphones got broken in an unexplained accident. There's no other way, Lala-chan. Let's sing together with this mic. Bring your face closer to it, Ren said. I can't. I don't know any other song, Lala told him. I'm going to the bathroom, the pink kid said, leaving the room. I'll be right back, Naruto said, leaving the room after her. Hey Lala, mind if I come with you? I need to go to, Naruto told her. Sure, Lala said. Doesn't look like he's going to make a move, Mio said as her, Haruna, and Risa watched from a corner. Moo, no fun, Risa said with a pout. Lala-chan. Forget about him, Ren shouted as he ran at them. When he jumped for her, Lala simply sidestepped out of the way. Unfortunately, that meant Ren was headed straight for Naruto. One kiss later. Why me? That's my second kiss taken by a guy, Naruto shouted in his head as both he and Ren were gagging. Wow, how surprising! You two have become such good friends without me knowing it, huh? Lala cheered. Fiend, this is a draw? Risa asked, to which Mio answered with a yup. All the while Haruna stood there confused. So what's Tsunade like? Lala asked the blonde as the two made their way to school. Bachan, she has a short temper, drinks a lot, and sucks at gambling even though she's addicted to it, Naruto told her. Doesn't sound like a very good leader to me, Peak said. She's also a medical expert, and probably just as strong as any Devilukian, Naruto told them. Really, she's that strong? Lala asked, a bit surprised. It does seem rather hard to believe, Peak added. Trust me. I've been on the receiving end of that strength of hers multiple times, the blonde said. Why would she use it on you? Lala asked, slightly worried. She doesn't like it when I call her Bachan, Naruto said as they walked through the school gates. Homeroom, you look happy. Something happen? Risa asked Naruto as she looked between him and Lala with a perverted smile. Yes, but not what you're thinking, Naruto told the blonde. Okay then, what happened? Risa asked. Someone named Tsunade ID coming to visit Naruto, Lala happily said. Tsunade? Risa asked, followed by Mio asking, is she from your world? His world? Haruna asked, having overheard them. Oh yeah? You don't know, do you, Haruna-chan? Risa asked. No what? The purple-haired girl asked. That Naruto's from a parallel universe, Lala answered, getting the girl to blink a few times as she absorbed the information. Guess that's one way to let her know, Naruto thought. Yeah, Bakan's from my world, Naruto answered Mio's question. Bachan? I thought you didn't have any family in your world, Risa said. We're not related. I just call her Bachan, the blonde told them. When will she be visiting? Haruna asked, having just accepted that her blonde crush is from a different universe. Sometime today. So I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up at school, the blonde answered. Why the visit all of a sudden? Risa asked. Jiraiya told her about me and Lala's possible engagement, and wants to see her for herself, Naruto answered. I see, Lalaka is going to be inspected, huh? Risa asked with a perverted gleam in her eyes. Behave yourself, Risa. Tsunade doesn't inspect girls the same way you and Mio do, Naruto told her, trying to stop any perverted ideas she might have. Guess I'll just have to settle for inspecting Lalaka myself, Risa said as she started to fondle Lala from behind. Why do I attract perverts? Naruto thought to himself as he debated if he should get Risa off Lala or not. Nurse's office. Mikado-sensei, you got a minute? The blonde asked as he walked into the room. Of course, but aren't you supposed to be in class? The brownish red-haired woman asked the blonde. I am, Naruto told her as he pulled out a chair and sat down. Those clones of yours sure come in handy. Maybe I should have you help out when I have a lot of patients, Mikado suggested. Sure, if I'm not doing anything, Naruto offered. So, did you come here for small talk, or do you have something on your mind? Mikado asked as she leaned back in her chair. Came by to tell you that Bachan's coming to see Lala. Figured you'd be interested in talking to her about medical ninjutsu, Naruto said as he tried not to stare at her cleavage. I swear she keeps wearing revealing clothes to get a reaction from me, the blonde thought to himself, positive that she's showing more cleavage than normal. Thank you for telling me. The scrolls you gave me are useful, but talking to someone who practices medical ninjutsu would be even better than instructions written down on paper, Mikado said. I'll let you know when she shows up then, the blonde said. Now I just need to find a way to base the time while I wait, Mikado said as she got out of the chair. Don't you have a job that you could do? Naruto asked her. It's been slow lately. Besides, Mikado said as she put her left knee on Naruto's lap. I want to see how much these clones of yours can endure, Mikado said as she started running her hands down his chest and pressing her bust into him. Aye, Mikado-sensei, what was all the clone got out before he popped with a massive blush? Seems you still need some experience, Mikado commented with a smile. Back with the real Naruto. Damn it, Mikado-sensei. Now I have that image stuck in my head. Naruto raged as his face became bright red during class. Some time later, Random Street. So Naruto lives here? A pink-haired girl asked as a black-haired woman carrying a small pig, Jiraiya, and a large-chested blonde No as Tsunade walked through the streets. I'm still surprised Naruto never mentioned it to you, Tsunade said to the pinkett. I'm still upset that he didn't, but he never really told anyone about his personal life. So I can't really blame him for it, the pinkett said. I'm just glad we get to see him again after so long, the woman carrying the pig happily said. Just a little longer, and we'll be at the school, Jiraiya told them. Seinen High School. Something wrong, Naruto? Tsuruyama asked the blonde when he noticed him looking over his shoulder. I'm sure it's nothing, but I feel like someone's watching me, Naruto told him. I'm sure it's just your shinobi training making you paranoid, Tsuruyama told his friend. Now let's go. I don't want to miss gym because of you, Tsuruyama said before the two started walking off. It's my chance. A girl with light green hair thought to herself as she watched the blonde from around a corner. Hey! What are you doing over there? If you have a problem, I'll always be here for you, Motomitsu said as his followers cheered him on. When the girl saw him reach into his pocket and pull out a notebook, however, she took off after the blonde. Geez! Because of that weird person, I lost track of Naruto, the girl thought as she made her way to the courtyard used for gym. I feel bad for the other team, Naruto half-heartedly thought as he was past the ball. This'll make another goal for us, the blonde thought as he went to kick the ball, which sent it flying out of bounds. How did that happen? Naruto asked himself, right before he noticed a girl in the ball's path. Shit! Hey! Look out! Naruto tried to warn her, but was too late as he watched the ball smack her face, knocking her out. So, this is where he goes to school then? Tsunade asked as the group walked into the school. Yep, this is Seinen High, Jiraiya answered her. I'm surprised Naruto's even going to school. He didn't exactly attend the academy every day, the Pinkett said as she looked around. Jiraiya. The group heard a cheerful voice call out the white-haired man. Ah, there you are, Lala, the white-haired man said as he, along with the others, turned to the alien princess. So you're Lala then? Tsunade asked the Pinkett. Yep, and you must be Tsunade. I'm sure Naruto will be happy to see you, Lala happily said. Speaking of Naruto, where is he? The Pinkett asked Lala. He's at the nurse's. I was just going to see him, Lala told them. Did something happen to him? The black-haired woman asked. No, he's keeping an eye on a girl that got hurt while he was playing soccer, Lala said. Well, we came all the way here. Might as well see the brat, Tsunade said. Nurse's room. Finally awake, huh? Naruto asked the green-haired girl as her eyes opened. The girl quickly sat up when she noticed the blonde. Really sorry about hitting you with the ball. You okay? Naruto asked the girl. After a moment the girl flung herself at the blonde, pulling him into a hug. Naruto-kun, the girl joyously said as she hugged him. What's gotten into you? Naruto asked as he separated himself from her. I'm so happy. The two of us are finally alone. I have been watching you for a while now. I've been meaning to tell you my feelings, but I never got the chance, the girl said as she knelt on the bed. Your feelings? What do you mean? Naruto asked as he felt his heartbeat increase. I love you. Please go out with me, the girl confessed. As she just confessed? What should I do? Naruto thought to himself as he fell silent from the shock of the situation. I get it. There is some else you like besides me, the girl said after a moment of silence. But I can never forget that kiss I shared with you, Naruto-kun, the girl said as she touched her lips. Kiss? When did we kiss? Naruto asked the green-haired girl. You don't remember? She asked as she slid off the bed. That's right. Perhaps not all is lost, the girl said, licking her lips. Maybe another would, she said as she leaned into him, forming circles on his chest with her finger and looking into his eyes. Don't move, the girl said as she wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck and leaned up to kiss him. Naruto! Your friends are here to see you. Huh! That kid, Runchan! Lala said as her and the others entered the room. Naruto! What are you doing? The other Pinkett yelled at him. Lala! Sakura? Naruto said as he turned his head, fearful of what Sakura would do. As the blonde turned his head, his hair brushed up against Run's nose, causing her to sneeze. One cloud of smoke later and Ren was standing there with a girl's uniform on. Yuwawa! What the hell, Ren? Naruto yelled as the two boys separated, getting blank stares from the others, minus Lala, until Jiraiya burst out laughing. One explanation later. I see, Rinkun is the descendant of the royalty of Planet Mamor's Mikado said. And that lets him change gender? The black-haired woman asked. Yes, Shizen, it's an ability unique to those from Planet Mamor's. On a specific cue, their mind and body both completely change gender, Mikado explained. It sounds unusual, but then again I don't have a lot of knowledge on species in this universe, Tsunade admitted. Even so, the power of a sneeze wouldn't normally be sufficient to change you. But the ability must have grown stronger on Earth due to differences in environment and magnetic field from your home planet, Mikado added. Yeah, I even got into a girl's uniform before coming to school. Run, I wish you'd have some consideration for my feelings too, Rin said with tears in his eyes and while holding the skirt down to try and cover as much as possible. This explains why Lala always dressed him up as a girl, Naruto thought to himself. Yuki! I won't forgive you for stealing not only Lala-chan's heart, but that of my alter ego as well. Ren yelled at Naruto. You were the one that started this in the first place. Naruto yelled back. Ren-chan, Lala said, getting the boy's attention. So you only change when you sneeze. Bring Ren-chan out. Here's some pepper. Lala said as she started chasing Ren, as said boy told her Yuwawa. But I just changed back. Well, Run was cute anyway, Naruto said to himself as he thought about the green-haired girl. Sorry for making you wait till after school, Naruto said as he and Lala met Tsunade, Sakura, Shizen, and Jiraiya at the front entrance. Don't worry, it just means I get to avoid paperwork longer, Tsunade told the blonde. What have I told you about being on school grounds? Yui demanded from Jiraiya as she walked up to the group. Yui, how long has it been? The pervert calmly asked. Not long enough. You know I don't tolerate shameless people like you in school. So why are you here? Yui asked as she crossed her arms. Who's this? Tsunade asked. This is Yui. She's one of my friends here, Naruto said. Yes, and I'm in charge of the disciplinary committee at school, Yui said. Nice to meet you, Yui. I'm Tsunade. This is Shizen, and Sakura, the busted blonde Hokage said as she motioned to the other two. It's always nice to meet one of Naruto's friends, Shizen said. Yeah, I just hope you can keep him in Leia. Sakura was saying when a certain blonde started fondling her from behind. A bit small, but I think they add to your charm, Risa said as she groped the pinket. No! Bad, Risa, bad, Naruto said as he pulled his fellow blonde of his pink-haired teammate. How shameless! Yui nearly yelled as Sakura covered her chest with a small blush on her face. No fun, Risa said with a mock pout. Why did you grab my chest? Sakura asked. Sorry, Sakura. Risa does that to anyone, Naruto told her. Hey, Jiraiya-sensei, haven't seen you in a while, Saruman said as he and the rest of Naruto classmates came out. I've been busy, Jiraiya said. Sensei? Tsunade asked with a raised eyebrow. I have to pass down my knowledge of wooing the ladies, and since Naruto won't learn them, I chose Saruman here to teach. After all, what kind of world would it be if that knowledge were to just disappear? Jiraiya asked. A better one, Tsunade answered, getting Jiraiya to grab his heart and find hurt. You wound me, Tsunade, the pervert said. Hi everyone. Lala greeted. Hello, Lala-san, Harna, and followed by the others, greeted back. Not that I don't want to run interference between Risa and other girls, but we should get going, Naruto said as he let go of Risa. Why don't we invite them over? Lala happily suggested. Yeah, let's go over to Naruto-kun's place. Risa cheered. If you want, Naruto gave, not wanting to argue. Sounds like a wonderful idea. I think we'll come as well, Naruto heard a familiar voice say. So you three are coming to then? Hope Mikan isn't too surprised when we get to the house, Naruto said as he turned to look at Saki, Aya, and Rin. Naruto's house. So this is where you live? Haruna asked as they stood in front of the house. Yep. This is where we live. Lala happily answered as she went up to the door. About time we saw your house, but I kinda thought it would be different, Risa said as she looked at the building. What, did you think I lived in a dojo or something? Naruto said as he followed Lala to the house. Mikan, we're home, Naruto said as he came in and went to the living room. We have guests, Naruto told Mikan as she sat on the couch. You brought home friends? That's a first. How many did you bring? Mikan asked just before the others walked into the room. Are you making up for never bring someone to the house before? Mikan sarcastic asked as she saw how many people were there. Later. I brought drinks and snacks, Naruto said as he and a few clones brought everyone something to drink and eat. It's so unfair that you can make clones, Risa said. I'd teach you if I could, Naruto said as he gave her drink. It would be nice to have that kind of skill, Saki said. I know what you mean. Naruto's helped me a number of times with those clones, Yui told them. Yeah, and just imagine what other kind of uses it'd have, Risa said with a mischievous look in her eyes. What do you mean? Lala asked. Really now, Lala-kai? You're engaged to Naruto, surely you must know what Esiug. Risa was saying when Naruto lightly hit her head with an open hand. Finish that sentence, and you'll regret it, Naruto warned as Lala looked on with a confused expression. You really shouldn't say something so shameless, Yui told the blonde girl. Never thought I'd see the day where Naruto's the responsible one, Sakura commented. Don't worry, he just looks good in comparison. He still acts irresponsibly most of the time, Mikan told Sakura. Hey! I can be responsible, Naruto complained. As if. If you were responsible you wouldn't have fooled Lala-chan, Rin said. I think you've been out too long, Naruto said as he took out some pepper and threw it in Ren's face. One sneeze later. Naruto-kun! Ren cheered as she tackled Naruto with a hug. WWH what? Ren just changed gender. Yui freaked out a bit, along with most of the others. Ren is from planet Mamors. He changes gender whenever he sneezes. Lala told them. Run, could you let go please? Naruto asked the green-haired girl. But we were interrupted last time. So I want to finish. Run said as she went to kiss him. What are you doing? Yui all but yelled. So Rin can change gender too, huh? Risa commented. What do you mean? Run asked, now curious about Risa's statement. Didn't you know? Naruto can change his gender too, Risa said. This getting most of the others to look at him expecting an answer. You can be a girl too, Naruto? Lala excitedly asked. Yeah, but I don't really want to do it, Naruto said as he rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. That's a surprise. You never had a problem using your Oiroke no Jutsu before, Sakura said. Oiroke no Jutsu? Yui questioned with a large blush. As unusual as it is, I'm curious as to what you look like as a girl, Saki said. Fine, but if anything happens I'm blaming all of you, Naruto said before transforming. Happy? Naruto questioned as she went to stop Risa and Mio. Only to find them no longer on the couch. Too slow, Mio said as her and Risa grabbed the blonde's breasts from behind. Ah. How did you get behind me so quickly? Naruto asked as she tried to get free. Did you think we'd let you get away after so long? You don't turn into a girl enough, Risa said as she groped her fellow blonde. This is why I don't use this jutsu. Someone help. Naruto pleaded as she began to lose her balance. Get off him, Sakura said as she went to pull the girls off of the blonde. Naruto-kun. I'll help, Run said as she too went to help the blonde, followed by Yui and Rin. All of them collided and went tumbling to the ground in a pile. Naruto was on her back with her hands on Risa's and Mio's chests. Her knee was lodged up against Rin's panties. Run's face was inches from the blonde's own privats. Yui was sitting on her stomach with her hands placed on the blonde's breasts, and Sakura was sitting on the blonde's face. Pure gold, Jiraiya declared as he brought out his notebook and started writing, while Saruman tried to keep himself from passing out from blood loss. What just happened? Mikan asked as Shizen blushed and Tsunade shook her head. The others were utterly shocked as Lala asked, that looks like fun. Can I join? Naruto, Sakura said as she glared at the blonde with a tick mark forming on her head. I'm so dead was all Naruto could think before Sakura proceeded to beat the shit out of him. One beating later outside. Never again, Naruto said as the pinkett responsible for his injuries was patching him up. Shut up and let me heal you, Sakura told the blonde. It's nice that you can heal him, but what are we going to do about the hole? Mikan asked as she stared at the large hole in the wall. I'll have someone come and fix that, Tsunade told her. Why did you hit us too? Risa whined as her and Neo rubbed the goosebumps on their heads. Because you started it, Sakura told them. I can't believe I was in such a situation, Yui said as she looked at her hands with a small blush. Definitely not how I expected this visit to go, but you can't say it was boring, Saki said. I guess you could say that. Though we should get going. Our families will get worried if we're out too long, Haruna said. I understand. See you guys at school tomorrow, Naruto said as he waved goodbye. I think it's time we headed back to, Tsunade said. Didn't stay too long, Kurama said as he walked through the hole. You're finally up for once, Naruto commented. Kind of hard to sleep when you're down here fighting, the fox said. So you're Kurama, huh? Tsunade asked. You don't look like an all-powerful Bijou, the Hokage commented. Give me my real body and you wouldn't stand a chance against me, Kurama smugly said. Bijou? You mean that's the Kyuubi? Sakura skeptically asked. He looks too cute to be a walking natural disaster, the pinkett added. You know what? The sooner you leave the better, Kurama said, a bit irritated as he turned to go back upstairs. You were right, Jiraiya. He doesn't seem dangerous at all, Tsunade said as the fox got to the top of the stairs and went for Naruto's room. All he does is sleep. So unless he develops some kind of weird sleepwalking habit he might as well be a stuffed animal, Naruto said. Yeah. I'm ready to go back home where it's not so weird, Sakura said. I know that Bachan told you to stay with me since you're not being sent on any missions, but how did you wind up coming with Yus on this trip? Naruto asked his pink-haired teammate as she and Yui sat in the bus seat across from his. Jiraiya thought it'd be good for me to see more of this world. So he convinced them to let me come with you, Sakura told him. I don't mind Sakura-san coming with us, but why is Jiraiya coming? Yui asked as she glared at the back of the pervert's head. Probably bribed the principal with the smut he writes, Naruto suggested. I don't know what's worse. Jiraiya coming with us, or the fact that might actually explain why he's here, Yui said with a sigh. Seaside Summer School. Hello, everyone from Xianan High. Thank you for traveling a long way to come here. The woman that owned the building greeted as the students entered the lodge. Ooh, what a beautiful landlady, Tsuruyama said as he got a look at her. Takami-chan. I wanted to see you, the principal said as he ran to the woman, only to have her punch his face, and then lead the students to a different room. You are still cold-hearted, Takami-chan, the principal said as he got up from the ground. As Seaside Summer School for the next 3 days. Guys, please get in touch with nature a lot, and make fun memories. Anyway, we will have a dare tonight. Please look forward to it. Right, Takami-chan? The principal told the students before he tried to kiss Takami. Only to be punched again. I like her, Naruto commented as he watched this. Later. I refuse. Naruto yelled as Risa and Mio tried to pull him to the public baths. Come on, Naruto. Just transform into a girl and no one will know, Risa told her fellow blonde as she tried to get him to let go of the wall. Not happening, Naruto told her. What are you two doing to Naruto? Yui asked as her, Sakura, Lala, and Haruno walked up to them on their way to the bath. We're trying to convince Naruto to use his Oiroku no Jutsu and enter the bath with us, Risa answered as she kept pulling on the blonde. Why? That's shameless. Yui yelled at her as she and Haruna blushed at the thought. Ans Sakura wondered how her blonde friend managed to stay sane with these two around. That's right. Naruto can take a bath with us if he's a girl. Lala cheered. Lala-san, that's not the issue here, Haruna told the pinkett. Time to get out of this, Naruto thought as he let go of the wall. This causing Risa and Mio to fall down, giving him the chance to run for it. Sorry, Risa, Mio. Maybe next time. The blonde yelled back as he ran. He got away, Risa said, disappointed that he slipped out of their hold. I'm going to the baths. You two can come with us if you're done messing around, Sakura said as she walked past Risa and Mio. Baths boys sighed. Hey Ren, where's Tsuruyama? I thought he came out here already, Naruto asked as he got into the water near the boy. I haven't seen him. Maybe he got lost, Ren suggested. Maybe, Naruto said, not sure if he should go looking for him or not. What have you been doing since we got here? Ren asked. Avoiding Risa's weird plans, Naruto said. Weird plans? Ren asked. She wanted me to use my Oiroku no Jutsu so I could go into the girl's side, Naruto said. What? Ren nearly shouted in surprise. I know. I managed to get away from her though, Naruto said, after a few minutes of relaxing in the water. Ren, Naruto said. Yeah? Ren asked. Now that I'm thinking. When Run's in control of your body, can you see what she does? The blonde asked. I could, but we agreed to give the other privacy when they're in control, Ren explained. I see. Guess that makes sense, Naruto said. You know, when you're not obsessed with Lala, you're not bad to hang out with, the blonde told him. Thanks, but don't get used to it. I still intend to win Lala-chan's heart, Ren told the blonde. I didn't expect you to just give up, Naruto told the black and white-haired boy. You're not so bad yourself, Ren said, only to stop halfway through his sentence when he felt himself about to sneeze. Shit! If he sneezes now, Naruto thought as he imagined Run freaking out when she sees she's on the boy's side. I'm going to regret this, Naruto thought to himself as he grabbed Ren and made his way to the girl's side as fast as he could. Girl's side. You don't know what dare is, Lala Kai? Mio asked the alien princess. Oh yeah, you were born on a different planet, Mio said, remembering that the girl was an alien. Yup. What is Dare anyway? Lala asked. Dare is, well, in a nutshell, it's a game where a girl and a boy pair up and walk to the goal on a dark road at night, Mio explained. Eh? Walking at night is so easy, Lala said, a bit disappointed. But it doesn't work that way. There will be ghosts that block your way, and Mio was explaining when Risa finished using a creepy voice right behind Haruna. Curses on ya. Of course, that will be done by people who play ghosts, Risa went on to say. What about you, Sakura? Have you ever heard of Dare before now? Mio asked the other Pinkett. Yes, we have Dare back in my world, but I've never taken part in one, Sakura said. That means this is the first Dare for both of us. Lala cheered. Just after Lala said this, they heard and saw a splash as if someone jumped into the water. What was? Haruna asked just before Naruto popped her head out of the water with Run in her arms. I made it in time, Naruto said with a sigh of relief. Looking up, the blonde saw the others staring at her. And Nanata Yui was about to yell when the blonde put her hand over the girl's mouth. Don't use my name! Are you trying to get me killed? Naruto whispered to the girl. You decided to come over anyway, Risa happily said as she started to grope the blonde. I knew you couldn't resist, Risa told her fellow blonde as she tweaked her nibbles. Ah. That's not why I came over. Naruto managed to get out before Sakura pulled Risa off of the blonde. Ah, thanks, Sakura. I owe you one? Naruto was saying as she covered her breasts, when she noticed Sakura glaring at her. This isn't good, Naruto fearfully thought. You better have a good explanation, the Pinkett said as she cracked her knuckles. I do. Run was about to sneeze. I couldn't let Run come out on the boy's side. So I did the first thing I could think of and brought her over here. The blonde explained as she held her hands in front of her, hoping she wouldn't have to spend the next few days in a full body cast. Sakura was about to hit the blonde when Run rushed over and hugged her. You did that for me? You're the best. That's why I love you so much. Run nearly yelled as she kept hugging the blonde. I think I'll let him off this time, Sakura thought as she watched her blonde teammate try to get the naked girl off of her. Naruto gets to bath with us too. Lala cheered as she joined in on the hug. Gah! Not you too, Lala! I need to get out, Naruto yelled. Why does Naruto have to get into these situations? Yui said as her and Haruna covered themselves with towels and had massive blushes. Do you guys know about the Dare Jinx? Mio asked as this was happening. Jinx? Lala asked as she let go of the blonde. Whichever courageous pair makes it to the goal in this seaside summer school's Dare will surely become a couple, Mio explained. Eh? No way. For real? Risa said, thinking she made it up. For real. Because of this, many people became a couple in previous years, Mio said. I don't buy it, Naruto said as she kept her eyes closed. I thought you were going to get out, Yui asked the blonde. This sounds interesting. Besides, as long as I keep my eyes shut, this isn't any worse than when we talk normally, Naruto said with her eyes still shut. That's the spirit, Risa told her fellow blonde. I think Dare sounds fun. I'm so looking forward to it, Lala said as she sat next to Sakura. You know, if Sakura-chan had a tail, I'd swear she and Lala were sisters, Risa said. You're right. They look so similar, Mio said. We do look alike, don't we? Sakura said as she looked at the alien. You're right. It feels like we're twins like Momo and Nana. Lala cheered. Momo and Nana? Naruto asked. They're my little sisters, Lala told the blonde. Sisters, huh? This is the first time I've heard about someone in your family besides your dad, Naruto said. It is? Well, I'm sure you'll get to meet them soon, Lala told her. Hey, Haruna, Mio called out the purple-haired girl as she noticed she was spacing out. Dare, huh? If me and Yuki-kun made it to the goal, Haruna thought as she looked at the blonde. Hey, why are you spacing out, Haruna? Risa asked as she slipped her hand between the girl's legs. Kaiwaya! Haruna screamed. Kaya, haha, you're overreacting, Haruna right said before Naruto smacked the back of her head. Stop molesting people already, Naruto told her fellow blonde. I thought your eyes were closed, Risa complained as she rubbed her head. Just because I can't see doesn't mean I don't know where you are, Naruto told the girl. Peeking! One of the girls in the bath yelled. I swear, if that's Ero-san, and Naruto said as she opened her eyes to look. Only to see the principal standing behind a pile of wash bins. That's not much better, Naruto thought as she tried to figure out how she came to know so many perverts. The principal is here. A different girl yelled. Oh no, I'm just watching out for you guys, the principal said just before he got hit in the face with a wash bin, and then several more as the girls kept throwing them at the man. I think that's it for me, Naruto said as she got up and made her way for the exit. Talk to you guys later, Naruto said before she left the bath. Oh, I only got to feel her up once, Risa complained. Please stop doing that, Sakura told the girl. Are you feeling left out? I can always feel your chest if you want, Risa said. I hit harder than Naruto was the Pinket's response. It's finally our turn, Naruto. Lala happily said as they started along the path to the goal, both of them wearing yukata. They said the goal is located 500 meters ahead of this path, the blonde said as the groups that went before them came running back. Is it really that scary? I mean, sure, ghosts are terrifying, but they're just people in costumes, Naruto thought. Was that Tsuruyama? Naruto asked as he saw the boy run past him. Wait. Where's Haruna? She was paired with him, Naruto thought. We're going to have to find Haruna, Naruto said to Lala. Only to find the Pinket wasn't there. I guess I have to find Lala too, Naruto said as his shoulders dropped. 5 minutes later. Lala! Haruna! Can either of you hear me? Naruto called out as he walked along the path. Why, Yuki-kun? Naruto heard Haruna, only to find her just off of the path in tears. Are you alright, Haruna? Naruto asked as he walked up to the girl, only to have her latch on to him. I'm scared. I'm really bad at dealing with all those ghosts and stuff, Haruna said as she pulled herself as close as possible to the blonde's chest. Guess she doesn't like ghosts as much as I do, Naruto thought. Don't worry, Haruna. Your essay, Naruto was saying when he stepped on a twig, causing the girl to freak out. Kaya! Haruna screamed before she grabbed Naruto's hand and ran in a random direction, hitting Naruto against every tree they passed. I think I know why Tsuruyama ran back without her, the blonde thought as he was crashing into trees. Curses on you, two guys in costumes said as they came out from behind a tree. No! Haruna yelled as she used Naruto as a club to smack them away. After Haruna calmed down, I am sorry, Yuki-kun. When I get scared, I can't control myself, Haruna apologized. It's fine. I understand. If I didn't know they were fake ghosts, I would have run away like the others, Naruto admitted as he rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. You're afraid of ghosts too? Haruna asked in slight surprise. Ever since I was kid. It's just one of those things I never grew out of, Naruto told her. Just after telling Haruna this, all of the people dressed up as ghosts came running past the two in fear. Ah! There you are, Naruto and Haruna, Lala said as she came up to the two with holographic ghosts behind her. An invention of your? Naruto asked as he shook slightly. Calm down. They're still not real, the blonde told himself. Ah, this? I used Daru Vision Coin to project ghosts as holograms. I read a book about ghosts in Naruto Papa's house, Lala explained. Huh? What happened, Haruna? You look pale, Lala asked as the girl stood there completely still. Then, almost without warning, Haruna grabbed the blonde as she screamed and threw him at the ghosts. I should have seen this coming, Naruto thought as he went through one of the ghosts and slammed into Lala's invention. Ayak! My Daru Vision Kun! Lala shouted as the device lay on the ground cracked. Shit! That thing's going to explode! Naruto thought as he rushed over to Lala and Haruna and picked them up just before the explosion happened, sending them flying. Naruto, you're amazing! How did you know it was going to explode? Lala happily asked. Your inventions usually do when they're damaged, the blonde told her, only for them to hear clapping. Congratulations! You're the only group that got through the entire dare this year. The principal cheered as he and the seaside summer school staff stood in front of a small shrine. At least we made it through all of that, Naruto thought as he looked at the two girls that he still held. Final night of the trip. Why did you have to turn into a girl? Run whined as her and Naruto walked down the hall. Because boys can't be over here this late at night, Naruto told the green-haired. As if to prove the blonde's point, Tsuruyama and a few other boys ran past the two being chased by one of the teachers. Why can't I just stay with you? Run asked. Because Tsuruyama and the others would kill me if they found out a cute girl was sleeping with me, Naruto told her. See cute? Run said with a huge blush. Of course. You're a very cute girl, Run, Naruto said as the two reached Lala's room. After knocking, Haruna came to answer the door. Yuki-kun, Run-san, what are you doing here? Haruna asked. Ren sneezed again. So I thought Run could sleep with you guys tonight, Naruto said. I'm sure the others won't mind, Haruna said. Speaking of others, where are they? The blonde asked after noticing Haruna was the only one there. They went to go buy some drinks, Haruna said as Run and Naruto came into the room. I see. Should I wait for them to get back, or should I just head back to my room now? Naruto asked. Don't leave. Stay a bit longer, Run said as she tackled the blonde to the ground. Haha, okay, I'll stay for a little while, Naruto said with a smile as she sat up with Run in her lap. We're back, Haruna. Lala cheered as she opened the door to see Run sitting on Naruto. Naruto, Run-chan. You came to visit us? Lala asked as her and the others came into the room. I'm visiting, Run's here to stay, Naruto said as she moved Run off of her, much to the girl's disappointment. I don't know what's weirder. You using that jutsu to pull pranks on perverts, or you using that jutsu to act as a girl, Sakura said as she sat down on her futon. I'm not acting like a girl. I just don't want to get in trouble for being her, Naruto defended herself. You wouldn't have to worry about getting in trouble if you didn't come here, Yui told him. Run wouldn't come here if I didn't come with her, Naruto said. I just wanted to spend time with Naruto-kun, Run said as she latched onto Naruto's arm. So, you like Naruto? Risa asked with a playful grin. Of course, Run said before she buried her face into the blonde's shoulder. I see, Risa said as she rubbed her chin. What about you, Yuki-kun? Mio asked the blonde. Why are you asking these questions? Yui nearly yelled with a small blush. It's a popular topic on a night like this, Mio said. So, who do you like, Naruto? Is it Lalakai, or maybe it's someone else? Risa asked. Leaning back, Naruto gave the question some thought. It's not that easy to answer. If you'd asked me a year ago, I would have said Sakura without a second thought, Naruto said. You like Sakura? Lala curiously asked. Are you kidding? I couldn't go a day without Naruto asking me out when we were young, Sakura told them. You said if we'd asked you a year ago, do you like someone else now? Yui asked with a massive blush. Well, I'm engaged to Lala, so saying it was her would be the simple answer. But I don't know if I love her, Naruto said as she went into a thinking pose. That's okay. You don't have to figure it out now. I know that I love Naruto, and that's all I need to know for now. Lala cheered. What about me? Do you like me? Run asked the blonde. Well, I do like you, Naruto said, which made the girl happy. Aren't you in the CRA anyway? You don't have to pick just one girl, Sakura said, getting everyone else, except Naruto, to look at her like she'd grown a second head. Naruto didn't tell you, did he? Sakura asked, feeling like she'd just done something stupid. No, I didn't, Naruto said, a bit annoyed at the pinkett for telling everyone. They would have found out eventually, Naruto thought. What does she mean you don't have to pick just one girl? Yui yelled at the blonde. Just what it sounds like. The CRA, to make a long story short, means that I have to have more than one wife, Naruto explained. And more than one wife? That's shameless. Yui shouted at the blonde. I didn't choose to be in the CRA. I was put into it by a bunch of old codgers. Naruto yelled back. Yuki-kun has to have multiple wives? If that's true, then Haruna thought as she stared at the blonde. If you don't want to be a part of it, then just get out of it. Yui yelled. You think I haven't tried? There's nothing I can do about it. Naruto yelled back. Didn't expect the conversation to turn into this when it started, Risa commented as they watched the two argue. Do you have any idea how annoying it is to have to meet marriage candidates that don't even care about you? I'm still getting profiles of marriage candidates from those old codgers. Naruto yelled. You had to deal with marriage candidates too? Lala asked in surprise. Yeah. All they cared about was my bloodline. My happiness was the last thing on their mind. I'm just glad the old man and Bachan have stopped them from forcing marriage on me, Naruto said with a heavy sigh. No wonder you've been able to understand Lala-sama's situation, Peak said as she came out of Lala's bag. Yeah. I felt like running away plenty of times because of it, Naruto said. Don't worry, Naruto. I'll help you avoid those marriage candidates just like you're helping me. Lala cheered as she tackled the blonde with a hug. Hey! I want to help too. Run yelled as she too hugged the blonde. No fair. I want to join the pile. Risa said as she jumped in. Me too. Mio said as she followed. What are you all doing? That's shameless. Yui yelled at them. I'm in Erosanen's paradise right now, Naruto thought as she was stuck at the bottom of the dog pile. How do you deal with this, Naruto? I would have gone insane if I had to deal with this on a regular basis, Sakura told the blonde. Stop complaining and join in, Risa said as she grabbed Sakura and Yui and pulled them into the group hug. You too, Haruna, Mio said as she grabbed the purple-haired girl and pulled her in, despite her protests. This is nice and all, but can you all get off? It's hard to breathe with all of this weight on my chest, Naruto told them. That takes care of Dad's shopping list, Naruto said as he came out of an art store. Lala said that Zaston was coming to visit today. I should get him something, Naruto thought as he passed by a taiyaki stand. Few minutes later. Don't see clothes like that very often. Well, at least not in this world, Naruto thought as he saw a girl with long blonde hair, black clothes that looked tattered as part of it flowed behind her, and several belts on her legs. She's staring at me. Does she want some taiyaki? The blonde wondered. You want one? Naruto asked as he held a taiyaki out to her. Earthling food is really strange, the girl said after she tried it. Earthling food? So you're not from Earth? Naruto asked his fellow blonde. Getting off of the railing, the girl stepped forward and put a hand on Naruto's shoulder. You're Naruto Yuki? The girl asked. I am, Naruto said as his eyes narrowed at the girl. I've been looking for you, the girl said as her right hand turned into a blade and she slashed at the blonde. So, is this personal or are you just an assassin sent to kill me? Naruto asked after he jumped out of the blade's reach. I'm an assassin. I have no grudges against you, but I must ask you to die, the assassin told him. Sorry, but I don't intend to die just yet, Naruto said as he pulled out two kunai. Naruto's house. What is it, Lala-sama? Zaston asked after they heard a ringing. It's coming from my lab, Lala said. Yahoo, Lala-tan. It's me, of course you remember me, right? A sleazy voice asked over the transmission as Lala and Zaston entered the lab. Gay. Lacospo? Lala asked in disgust at seeing the man on her screen. Yes. The Prince of Planet Gamma, as well as your number one fiancé candidate Lacospo. Lala-tan, how have you been? A small toad-like man said as he was surrounded by beautiful women. I came to Earth to pick you up today, Lala-tan. So let's quickly get married. I'll prepare you a special seat next to me. Lacospo said. Bae, no way. Don't you know? I've found someone great on Earth. Lala said as she made a face at the man. You mean Naruto Yuki? But he might not be in this world anymore. The man said. What do you mean? What did you do to Naruto? Lala demanded to know. Have you ever heard of golden darkness? Lacospo asked. Darkness? The Pinkett repeated. Codenamed Golden Darkness. She has the ability to transform any part of her body into a weapon. It's called transability. She's a legendary assassin. I asked her to eliminate Naruto Yuki. You'd better give up on him now. Then, I'll be there to pick you up soon. Wait for me, Lala-tan. Lacospo said before ending the transmission. With Naruto, you'll have to do better than that. Naruto yelled as he dodged the spiked wrecking ball that was Golden Darkness's leg and did a spin in the air to try and kick her head. I could say the same for you, Darkness calmly said as she blocked the blonde's kick. Though it seems the information was right when it said you wouldn't go easy on a female opponent, Darkness said as Naruto used the arm she blocked with to somersault backwards away from her. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or boy. If you can dish it out, you should be able to take it, Naruto told her. I suppose you're right, Darkness said as he came at the blonde with her hands turned into swords. It's a bit crowded here. Why don't we take this somewhere else? Naruto said as he dodged her swigs before he took off down the street. Few minutes later. Are you finished running? Darkness asked as the blonde stopped on a bridge that went over the train tracks. Yeah, I guess this will do, Naruto said as he looked around. No one's around to get hurt, Naruto thought just before he heard Lala calling his name. You've gotta be kidding me, the blonde thought as the pink kid hugged him. Oh goodness, are you okay, Naruto? Lala asked as she hugged him. I'm fine. What are you doing here? It's dangerous. Naruto asked her as the girl let him out of the hug. One of my fiancé candidates hired an assassin to get rid of you. Lala said. You are Lala Sadalin Deviluk, aren't you? A princess of Deviluk, conqueror of the universe. Please do not get in the way. He is my target, Darkness told the Pinkett. I can't let you do that. Naruto is someone important to me. Lala said. Is that so? Then I'll to force you out of my way, Darkness said just before Zastan jumped at her from behind as he swung his sword downwards at her. After easily being blocked, Zastan jumped to be in front of Naruto and Lala. I'll be your opponent, Golden Darkness, Zastan declared. Zastan, think I can borrow your sword? Naruto asked as he stepped out in front of the man. Naruto Dano, what are you talking about? Zastan asked. I ran out of kunai, so I need something to block her attacks, Naruto Simple said as he kept his eyes locked on Darkness. You mustn't fight her. Her goal is to eliminate you. Zastan tried to reason. Zastan, what kind of shinobi would I be if I can't even take care of an assassin? Naruto asked the white-haired man. After a moment of silence, as a warrior, I understand how you feel, but it's my job to protect you, Zastan said as he rushed past the blonde to fight Darkness. After Zastan got hit by a train in his attempt to beat Darkness. Shall we continue our fight? Darkness asked as she flew down onto the bridge with the wings she made with her trans ability. Sure, YN Naruto was saying when Lala stepped in front of him. I'll be your opponent then, Lala said. What? Absolutely not. She's an experienced killer, Naruto yelled. I'll be okay. You might not be able to tell from my appearance, but I'm pretty strong, Lala told him. A princess raised in a sheltered environment wants to fight me? But let me tell you, I won't go easy on you, Darkness told the alien princess. It's alright. Just come, Lala said. Lala, I don't want you to get hurt. Just let me fight her, Naruto said. I'll be fine, Lala told him as she looked back at the blonde. Here I come, Darkness said as she came at them. That's Mikado said as she came out of a store to see a cloud of smoke in the distance which resulted from Darkness's attack. Is Golden Darkness. Why is she on Earth? Mikado asked when she saw Lala and Naruto with the assassin. I think I'd be better stay out of this, Mikado said as she continued along her way. She's amazing, she can freely transform her body into other shapes, Lala said as her and Naruto were being chased through an apartment. Lala-sama, it's not the right time to be impressed, Peak told her. Peak's right. She's trying to kill us right now, Naruto told her as he grabbed a pipe that was laying around to block the attack Darkness sent at him, only to be pushed through a wall into a girl's public bath. In my defense, I'm being chased by an assassin, Naruto calmly said as he looked at the surprise/piss girls. With Lala. Alright. It's my turn now, Lala said as she pulled out her D-dial, and brought out a small cannon that fired balls of sticky goo. After failing to hit the girl after countless shoots, Lala pulled out a new invention. Grabby hand kun. Guh, Lala said as she tried to grab Darkness. Oh my. That's a blonde beauty. Oh. I almost saw them, the principal said when he saw Darkness land on a telephone pole. Having noticed the man, Darkness covered her panties. Aya, don't hide it. Flash me your panties. the man said, only to be repeatedly punched by Darkness's hair turned into fists. I don't like eki people, Darkness said. I caught you off guard, Lala declared as she used spinny rope coin to tie Darkness up. Woo-hoo! I caught her! Lala cheered, only for Darkness to cut through the rope. You said you were going to fight, so please stop playing around with those toys, Princess Darkness said. I'm not playing around. I just want to save Naruto, Lala said as the two landed in front of a shrine. Why do you protect Naruto Yuki so much? Darkness asked to Lala's surprise. I heard from the client that he was an atrocious fiend that threatened you and planned to take over Devil Luke, Darkness said. Naruto. No. He isn't such a person, Lala told her. Maybe he isn't, but I will deal with anyone as long as I'm asked. That is the duty of Golden Darkness, Darkness said. Yeah. That doesn't sound right, Lala told her. It's probably hard to understand for someone that was raised in good hands. The difficulty of living in this universe alone, Darkness said. I knew I recognized the lock in her eyes. She's been alone like I was, Naruto thought as he walked up to stand beside Lala. You're right, I get what you mean. That's why I left the palace. There are a little of things that I don't know yet, Lala happily said, much to Darkness's surprise. Well said, Lala, Naruto thought with a smile as he looked at the Pinkett, just before Lakaspo's ship showed up above them. What are you doing, Golden Darkness? Your opponent isn't Lala-tan, Lakaspo yelled from his ship. Tada! Lakaspo is here to visit, Lakaspo said after he beamed down to the ground. That's her fiancé candidate? Naruto, though, not impressed with him at all. I've come to pick you up, Lala-tan. Let's go get married, the man said as he started running for the girl. In your dreams, Lakaspo. You ordered an assassin to come kill Naruto. You're the worst, Lala said as she made another face at Lakaspo. The worst, Lakaspo said in surprise. That's right. There's no way I would ever marry someone so cruel, Lala told him. Lala-tan, why don't you get it? These feelings I have for Lala-tan, Lakaspo mumbled to himself. This is all your fault, Naruto Yuki. You have been taking advantage of Lala-tan, Lakaspo yelled at the blonde. Not even close to being right, Naruto thought as he glared at the small man. Golden Darkness. What have you been doing all this time? You were supposed to have taken care of him by now, Lakaspo shouted. Lakaspo, your timing was good. I have something to talk to you about too. The data on Naruto Yuki turned out to be very different from what you told me. You were supposed to give me information on the target, not lies and fabrications. Surely you weren't trying to deceive me? Darkness asked. Shut up. Naruto Yuki is deceiving Lala-tan. I have no reason to lie to you, Lakaspo said. Yami-chan. You can't believe what Lakaspo is telling you, Lala said. Yami-chan? Naruto wondered. What's with that look? I am your master, Lakaspo said. She's always making a fool out of me, Lakaspo thought. If that's the case, come on out. Gama-tan, Lakaspo said as a large frog came out of the ship. That's the rare Irigama, Peak said. You know about that, Peak? Lala asked. Yes, I saw it before in an astrobiology book. If that's the real thing, then it's my natural enemy, Peak said. Now Gama-tan. Show them what they have to fear, Lakaspo said as Gama-tan fired a liquid at Yami that dissolved some of her clothes as some of it hit her. My clothes, Yami said in surprise. Ha ha. Gama-tan's mucus is quite convenient. It only melts clothing. That's why Gama-tan is my favorite pet, Lakaspo said as he sat on Gama-tan's head. Now let's strip you of your clothing, Golden Darkness, Lakaspo said. I do not approve of that eki animal, Yami said as she tried to cut it. Only for it to fail and for her to get sent flying back. Since your employer is attacking you, why don't we call a truce? Naruto asked as he caught the girl. A truce? Yami asked. I caught you off guard. The nude finale, Lakaspo said as Gama-tan fired mucus at them, only for Lala to jump in the way. Lala-tan's clothes, Good shot, Gamatan. Get me a little closer, Lakaspos said just before Peek fixed Lala's clothes. What the? Damn, in that case, have some more, Lakaspos said as Gamatan shot more mucus at Lala, only for her to dodge them. Lakaspo, please behave yourself, Lala said as she punched Lakaspo and Gamatan, sending them flying into the distance. Why did you protect me? We were enemies, Yami asked. Because Lakaspo was the one behind all of these bad things. Besides, I couldn't let someone do such cruel thing to a cute girl like you, Yami-chan. Lala explained. CT? You are referring to me? Yami asked, a bit surprised. What? Hasn't anyone ever told you you're cute? Seems like something that would have happened before, Naruto said. It's the first time someone's called me cute, Yami said. Well, anyway, what are you going to do now? With your employer out of the picture, are you going to go back to space? Naruto asked. Return to space? Yami repeated as she looked at the two. No. Once I have accepted a job, abandoning it midway through is against my principles. Naruto Yuki, until I have settled things with you, I will remain here on Earth, Yami said. That's how it is, huh? Naruto thought with a smile. If that's what you want, Yami, but don't think it'll be easy to kill me. You might be on Earth for a while, Naruto happily told his fellow blonde. I couldn't find a place to put this in the chapter, so I'm adding it as an extra. I'd like to thank Han Mac for giving me idea he gave me in his review. Hope it's what you wanted. Morning, huh? Guess we'll be going back home today, Rin thought as he woke up. Guess Run and I switched while we slept. Oh well, I'm sure this'll be a great day, Rin thought as he turned over to be face to face with a familiar blonde boy turned girl. Wawa! Rin screamed as he jumped out of the futon. Gee, what's with all of the noise? Naruto asked, half asleep as she sat up and stretched. Why was I sleeping in the same futon as you? Ren asked as he pointed at the blonde. Run refused to let me leave, so I had to share the futon with her, Naruto explained as she rubbed her eyes. Why would you? Rin was saying when he noticed that the blonde's yukata was sliding off her shoulders and he could almost see her nibbles. Fix your yukata, would you? Ren told her as he covered his eyes and a blush formed on his face. What are you so worried about? We're both guys, besides you'd see a lot more if I was using the jutsu like it was intended. I don't even wear clothes in the original jutsu, Naruto told the boy. That's completely shameless, Yui said as she pulled her head out from under her pillow. I see you're up, Naruto said. Kind of hard to sleep with, Ren shouting, Rai said as she was just barely awake. Sorry. Ren apologized as he noticed everyone was getting up because of his shouting. It's still weird that you're freaking out over this. It shouldn't be that weird of an occurrence if everyone on your planet can naturally change gender, Naruto said as she fixed her clothes. That's not the point, Ren told the blonde. Yeah, Naruto said, waving him off. I'm just surprised the transformation lasted all night. I've never tried sleeping in it before, Naruto said. I'm not. You have so much chakra you could probably keep it up for a week, Sakura said as she tried to fix her messed up hair with her hands. Probably. Well, I'm going to go take a bath before we have to leave, Naruto said as she got up and went for the door. The boys sighed. I hope you, he said. Don't worry. I didn't plan on going into the girls' side, the blonde said before she shut the door. How's that, Celine? Is it good? Naruto asked the giant sentient flower that Lala got for him on his birthday a few days ago. I wonder how Haruna knew about my birthday? I don't think I ever told anyone at school about it, Naruto thought as he looked at the water ink the purple-haired girl gave him. Other than Lala and my family, Haruna's probably the only one that knows I like gardening, Naruto thought as he stood up. Okay, Celine, I think that's enough water for now. Wouldn't want to give you too much, Naruto told the giant flower as he headed back inside the house. Kitchen. I ever tell you how lucky I am to have you as a sister? Naruto asked Mikan as he walked into the kitchen and smelled the food the brunette made. You could say it more often, Mikan said as she sat down next to Lala. You got some mail, Mikan told Naruto as he sat down at the table. Really? Who's it from? Naruto asked as he picked the envelope off the table and opened it. What's it say? Lala asked once Naruto skimmed over it. Those bastards. Naruto thought as his eye twitched. Seinen High School. What's wrong with Yuki-kun? Haruna asked as her and the others looked at the blonde as he sulked at his desk. The elders of Naruto Dano's village sent another profile for a marriage candidate this morning. It seems they aren't satisfied with his engagement to Lala-sama, Peak explained. What? How could they not be satisfied with that? There's no one better than Lala-chan, Rin said. They don't care about that, Naruto said as he held out the envelope while he kept his head planted on the desk. Let me see that, Risa said as she took the envelope. Huh? This is their idea of a marriage profile? Risa asked. It's just a bunch of statistics and details about how good at fighting she is. And they only have one plain photo of her, Mio said as she looked over Risa's shoulder at the papers. That's how they all are. I usually just throw them away, but I couldn't be bothered this morning, Naruto said as he sat up in his chair. I'm actually surprised that it took so long for them to send one, even with my engagement to Lala, Naruto told them. Even as your rival for Lala-chan's heart, I wouldn't want you to be put into an unhappy mariachi, Ren was saying when he sneezed. Naruto-kun! Ren cheered as she jumped out of the small cloud of smoke from her gender swap to hug the blonde. If you need another wife to keep them from sending those stupid marriage profiles, you can always pick me, Ren told the blonde as she hugged the blonde with as much love as she could manage. Ah? Naruto said as he lightly returned the hug. For once, I wish Rin was still in control. I have no idea what I'm supposed to tell her, Naruto thought. That's right. We'll be Naruto's wives, then they won't be able to send those letters anymore. Lala cheered as she joined the hug. ANS sent the three of them to the floor. I doubt it would make them stop, but if it makes them happy, I don't mind letting them do this, Naruto thought as he looked at the two girls hugging him. I want to hug Yuki-kun too, but Haruna thought as she blushed. Sometime later, nurse's office. I see you two are hard at work. I think you're studying more than the students, Naruto said as he walked into the nurse's office to two Sakura and Mikado going over medical books from both outer space and the elemental nations. Maybe your grades wouldn't be so bad if you studied this hard, Sakura told him without taking her eyes off of the book. Hey! My grades aren't that bad. I'm passing, aren't I? Naruto said as he pulled up his own chair. Doesn't mean they're good. Now what did you come here for? You don't look injured, Sakura said as she turned the page. Just stopped by to talk with friends, Naruto said, as he leaned back in his chair with his arms folded behind his head. Don't you have classes to attend? Sakura asked as she looked up from her book. He sends a clone to keep me company every now and then, Mikado told the Pinkett. Isn't that right, Naruto? The doter asked. Yep. So, anything new happened since I last paid a visit? The blonde asked. Not much. I've just been going over medical information with Sakura recently. Though I should be asking you that, Mikado said as she put her book down. What do you mean? Naruto asked as he sat up in his chair. Sakura told me that your birthday was a couple of days ago. I'm a bit sad that you didn't tell me, Mikado told him. Ah, well, to be fair, I didn't even remember that it was my birthday, Naruto said as he rubbed the back of his head. Don't worry about it. I got you a present though, Mikado said as she pulled a gift bag out from under her desk. Really? Thanks, Mikado-sensei, Naruto said as he took the bag. I wonder what she got me, Naruto thought as he reached into the bag. What? Naruto asked as he pulled out a fussy pair of handcuffs. Sakura having a similar reaction as she stared at the gift with her mouth hanging open as the book slowly slipped out of her hands. I figured you could use them with Lala-chan, Mikado told him. What kind of person do you think I am? I'm still a virgin, Naruto told the woman. A virgin, huh? I can help you figure out how to use those handcuffs if you want. You can consider it a second birthday present, Mikado told the blonde. Help? I don't think I nay, Naruto was saying with a red face when Sakura threw a book into his face, destroying the clone. That ruined the mood, Mikado said, a bit disappointed. Just get back to reading, Sakura said as she picked up a new book. After school outside of Naruto's house. You didn't have to throw a book at me, Naruto told Sakura as they reached the gate of Naruto's house. Sakura-chan threw a book at you? Lala asked the blonde. Mikado-sensei was being, well, Makoto-sensei after she gave me a present earlier and Sakura threw a book at my clone because of it, Naruto explained as he opened the door. A present? What was it? Lala excitedly asked. It must some first aid stuff, Naruto lied with a small blush on his face as he thought of the handcuffs that were in his back pocket. Yo, a man with white hair, his left eye covered by a Konoha headband, the lower half of his face covered by a mask, and wearing a green shinobi vest, asked as he and two other guests sat on the couch. Kakashi-sensei? Captain Yamato? Sai. What are you three doing here? Naruto asked them. Jiraiya-sama asked for us to come help out with your training for a little while. Yamato, a man with short brown hair, black eyes, and other than his headband that had metal guards for the sides of his face, he wore a standard Jonin's outfit, told him. More friends of yours? Lala asked the blonde as she stood next to him. So this is Lala. I heard that she was an energetic person. Sai, a teen roughly the same age as Naruto with pale white skin, short black hair, black eyes, and wore black pants with a black shirt that cut off to show his belly and was missing one of the sleeves, commented. Danzo sent you to watch Lala, right? Naruto asked Sai. Figured it out already then? Sai said. No point in hiding it then. I was indeed given the order to observe Princess Lala. Though I assure you, my orders stopped there, Sai told them. Don't worry, I'm not concerned about you hurting her. I would like you to tell Danzo to stop sending those profiles. My answer isn't going to change no matter how many he sends, Naruto told the boy. I'll be sure to tell him in my next report, Sai told the blonde. So, what kind of training does Ero-san have in mind if he asked you guys to help out? Naruto asked as Sakura went off to her room and Lala went over to the shinobi to get to know them better. We're going to start you on elemental manipulation tomorrow, Jiraiya said as he came into the room. Elemental manipulation? Lala asked as she took a break from trying to read the book Kakashi was holding. It's what allows shinobi to cast element-based jutsu. My Chidori, for example, is an extreme case of lighting manipulation, Kakashi told her. Only to remember that she didn't know what his Chidori was. It's basically a ball of lightning that I hold in my hand, the silver-haired man told her. Wow! That sounds so cool. Can you show me? Lala excitedly asked. I might break something if I use it now. Maybe later, Kakashi told her. Okay. Lala cheered before running back to Naruto. So I'll be able to use something like the Chidori? Naruto excitedly asked. Depend on your chakra nature. Everyone has a chakra nature that they're able to use better than the others. For example, my primary chakra nature is lightning, Kakashi told the blonde. So, what's my chakra nature? Naruto asked. We'll figure that out tomorrow. For now you should spend the rest of the day getting ready, Yamato told him. Isn't that what I've been doing? Naruto asked himself. Fine, I'll be in my room if you need me, Naruto said as he turned to walk up the stairs. Can I read that orange book now? Naruto heard Lala ask as he went up the stairs, only for Kakashi to tell her that she wasn't old enough, to her disappointment. I'm fucked if Lala ever finds out what sex is, Naruto thought before going over his choice of words and blushing. Next morning, doesn't she have her own room? Naruto asked himself as he found the Pinkett sleeping in his bed again. Lala, it's time to wake up, Naruto said as he sat up and shook her shoulder slightly. HM? Lala groaned as she slowly opened her eyes. Only for them to fly open when she saw where she was. Kaya! Lala let out as she wrapped the blanket around herself, and ran out of the room with a small blush. Why? Why did Lala? Naruto tried to wrap his head around this situation. It's too early to figure this out. I'll ask her later, Naruto thought as he fell back onto the bed. Path to school. Are you alright, Lala? You've been acting strange all morning, Naruto asked the Pinkett. I have? Lala calmly asked the blonde. Yeah. How should I put it? You're not being outgoing like normal. You're very calm, and I think shy would be the right word, Naruto told her. I see, Lala said with a small blush as she looked down at her feet. He, Lalakai, Morning Neo greeted as her, Haruna, and Risa walked up to them. Good morning, Yuki-kun, Lala-san, Haruna greeted. Morning, Naruto greeted back. Good morning, Haruna-san, Risa-san, Mio-san, Lala greeted as she held her hands together in front of her, surprising the three girls. Shall we move on? We don't want to be late for school, Lala said as she started walking ahead of them. Was Lala like that before? Risa asked. She's been like that all morning, Naruto told her. I wonder how the original is doing? Naruto thought. In a clearing surrounded by trees. You're trying to cut a leaf by holding it between your hands? Yami asked the blonde after he tried to explain it to her. It's for my training, Naruto told the blonde assassin as he and the 100 or so clones he summoned to help were trying to use wind chakra to cut the leaves. Wouldn't it be easier to use a blade? Yami asked as she turned her arm into a blade. That's not the point of the training, Naruto told her. She's an assassin? Sai asked from his spot next to Jiraiya, Kakashi, and Yamato. Yeah. She can turn any part of her body into a weapon, Jiraiya told the boy. She doesn't seem very good at it if Naruto's her target, Sai commented. I think she's taken a liking to him, but I've never seen her in a real fight before, so I can't say for sure how strong she is, Jiraiya told them. It wouldn't be the first time Naruto's become friends with someone that tried to kill him, Kakashi said, and the other three agreed. Sign in high school nurse's office. So all I have to do is give her this and she'll be back to normal? Naruto asked Mikado as he held the vial of liquid in his hands. Yep, she'll be back to normal in no time once she takes it, Mikado told him as Lala sat on one of the beds with Naruto. That's a relief. I was worried when we found out she had a flu, Naruto said as he glanced at the blushing pink kid out of the corner of his eye. Not that she isn't cute like this, Naruto thought. Naruto, are you going to sleep all day? You have school, remember? Mikan said as she opened the door to Naruto's room. Am I interrupting? The brunette asked with a raised eyebrow as she looked at the naked pink it latched onto Naruto's arm. Nothing out of the ordinary, Naruto said, still half asleep. Well, you better get up soon. I can't guarantee there'll be any food left for you to eat if you're late, Mikan said as she left the room. Guess I should get up, Naruto said, looking down at Lala. But man, spending the last week working on wind manipulation and then moving straight into completing the Rasengan takes it out of you, Naruto said. Sign and hi. Hey Naruto, are you going to be training again today? Lala asked the blonde as they entered the school hallways. Yeah, I will. I need to get this new Rasengan finished as soon as possible. So I won't be home till late again, Naruto answers, getting a disappointed look from the girl. Sorry, I wish I could just relax at home for a day too, but I need to put everything I have into this to make it work, Naruto apologizes. Hey! I know, why don't you ask Haruna to spend time with you? You two have become close friends after all, Naruto suggests, as they walk into the classroom. Okay. I'll go ask her. Lala happily says as she runs over to Haruna's desk. Hey there, Naruto, Risa said as she wrapped an arm around her fellow blonde's shoulders. Having trouble with your love life? Risa asks with a playful smirk. I've been spending all of my free time training is all, Naruto tells her. You're not spending time with Lalakai at all? Mio asked the blonde as she moved to stand in front of him. I wouldn't say at all. We still see each other at school and she even slept in my bed last night, Naruto said, momentarily forgetting the kind of girls he was talking to. She was in your bed, huh? Risa asked. What did you and Lalakai do last night, Naruto-kun? Mio asked, mimicking Risa's mischievous expression. And nothing. We didn't do anything. She just sneaks into my bed sometimes, Naruto says with a small blush as she moves out of Risa's hold and heading for his desk. If you say so, Mr. Ciari, Risa teases the blonde as he sits down at his desk. Why did she have to be there when I explained that? Naruto asked himself as his blush grew slightly. Gym class. What's up, Naruto? You look sleepy, Lala comments after the blonde yawns. It's nothing to worry about. Using a few hundred clones for training just takes it out of you is all, Naruto says. I'm just glad Sai was willing to help Dad out with his work. I would have been out cold all day if I had to stay up all night inking manga pages, Naruto says before letting out another yawn. I might be too tired to run this marathon even, Naruto jokes. After a few seconds, Lala gets an idea and pulls out her D-dial. What are you doing? Naruto asks as the pinkett starts messing with his shoes. Don't ask any questions. Just wear this, Naruto. Lala tells him as she straps a pair of shoes she apparently invented at some point to his feet. I have a bad feeling about this, Naruto thinks just before the shoes start to make him run. Damn it! Naruto mentally yells as he speeds off uncontrollably. Easy, easy, runner-kun. Now you can run a marathon even while you're sleeping, Naruto. Lala explains. Lala-sama, Naruto Dano's nowhere in sight. Peak tells Lala. Gymnasium. Kaya! Splendid, Saki-sama. Aya and Rin exclaimed as Saki made a basketball shot. Fufu, that's to be expected of me, the basket queen. I'm different from common people, Saki said with a noble class aura surrounding her, just before Naruto came crashing through the gym doors. Naruto? What is he? Saki managed to ask before Naruto came running right into her. Ah, Saki? Sorry, these shoes are making me run and I can't stop. Naruto tells the girl he's now carrying bridal style as he runs. Is that so? Saki asks with a blush, embarrassed at the way Naruto is holding her. I am so close to him. I want to thank whoever gave Naruto-kun those shoes, Saki thinks, as she rests her head on the blonde's chest. Rin! I could use some help. Naruto calls out to the brunette as he runs in a circle in the middle of the gym. Yes, right away. Rin says as she runs over to the blonde and then trips him with a well-placed kick to his feet. Thanks, Naruto tells Rin as he lays on the ground with Saki sitting on his chest. Don't mention it, Rin says as she helps Saki stand up, the blonde girl being a bit disappointed that Naruto's no longer carrying her. After school, enjoy your stay with Haruna, Lala, and try not to cause any trouble, Naruto told Lala as she started walking off with Haruna. I will, and don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Lala cheered as slightly pulled Haruna along, excited to see her home. Back to training for me then, Naruto said with a sigh. With Lala and Haruna. You and your sister live alone, huh? Lala asks Haruna as they sit in the purple-haired girl's room. My sister was renting this place originally, but since the school's nearby, she's letting me room here, Haruna explains as she sits at the edge of her bed. But then she slaves me, so it's pretty hard, Haruna adds as she reaches up to rub her shoulder. Glancing over to Haruna's desk, Lala's sight was drawn to the pictures. Haruna! When was this? The Pinkett asks as she picks up a class picture from when Haruna was in middle school. Ah, that's Haruna started. HR mem? Naruto's here too, Lala comments as she spots the whiskered blonde in the picture. That's a class photo from junior high, Haruna tells Lala. I see. You and Naruto were in the same class, huh? Lala cheerfully asks. Why yes, Haruna answers. How about this one? The Pinkett asks as she picks up a new photo. Naruto's holding a trophy, Lala says as she looks at the group photo. That's from when we had a class relay race in junior high, Haruna says as she looks over the Pinkett's shoulder. Yuki-kun was the anchor. Our class had fallen to 4th place, but the anchor, Yuki-kun, was very fast and he outran 3 people during the last leg and we won the race. Haruna explains as she recalls how Naruto seemingly ran past the other kids without any effort. Though it's not that surprising now that I know more about his past, Haruna thought to herself. I see, Lala said before looking back down at the photo. Naruto, before we met each other, Lala thought as she looked at the photo. Bath is ready, you two, Haruna's older sister told them as she opened the door to Haruna's room, to which Haruna said okay. Do you want to use it first, Lala-san? Haruna asked the Pinkett as she turned her head back to Lala. Let's take a bath together, Haruna. Lala excitedly suggested. Tea together? Haruna asked. With Naruto. Ha, finally got it, Naruto said, nearly out of breath, as he laid at the bottom of a newly formed crater. I knew you hadn't ya. Jiraiya cheerfully told the blonde as he stood at the edge of the crater. Who would have thought that just adding wind chakra to the Rasengan would result in this, Yamato commented as he walked up to stand next to the old pervert. It is rather powerful. It's a good thing I watched him create it. It wouldn't be good for my target to use such an attack on me, Yami said as she looked down at Naruto. Nice to know you guys are impressed, but could you help me up? I'm completely drained right now, Naruto tells them as he tries to sit upright. I'll help him out of there, Kakashi says before jumping down to the blonde. Next day. Ahoo, I really need to tell Lala-san how I feel about Yuki-kun, Haruna tells herself as her and Lala walk to school. She doesn't seem to mind other girls liking Yuki-kun, but it's still hard to tell her, Haruna thinks as she glances at the pinkett. Something wrong? Lala asks once she notices her friend looking at her. Eh? And no, nothing's wrong, Lala-san. Haruna nervously tells the girl. Okay. Lala cheers. Let's hurry to class then, Lala says as she takes hold of Haruna's arm and speeds up. Nurse's office. Well, I can't see any serious damage, Mikado said as she leans up from examining Naruto's right arm. If it's still sour after school, stop by my home. I have more advanced medical tools than Mikado tells Naruto. Thanks, Mikado-sensei, Naruto says as he rolls down his sleeve. You really should go easy on yourself. Your body can only take so much, Sakura tells her blonde teammate. Come on, Sakura, how am I supposed to get stronger if I don't push myself? Naruto asks the pinkett with a smile as he stands up. Yo, leave. Don't come crawling to me then when you hurt yourself, Sakura tells him as he leaves the room. Hee hee, man, today's going to be great. I can just feel it, Naruto says to himself as he walks down the hall, just outside of the school. After pulling her along the rest of the way to school, Haruna is relieved when the pinkett finally stops. Lala-san sure can run fast, Haruna thinks to herself as she stands upright, only to see a man with white hair and weird armor approaching the two of them. Zaston, what are you doing here? Lala asked the Devolukian swordsman. There's something important that I need to tell you. When I was giving my report to your father, I mentioned the CRA that Naruto's a part of Zaston, informs the pinkett. Okay, but why do you need to tell me that? Lala asks. With a serious expression the man continued, when I mentioned it, the king was surprised and then seemed upset. He informed me that he was coming to Earth to see Naruto Dano for himself before ending the call. Oh make. This isn't what I expected to happen when I beat up those thugs the other day, Naruto complains to himself as he moves between the crowded people trying to lose the group of teens chasing after him. Why do I bother with keeping my shinobi skills a secret in this world again? The blonde asks himself, half tempted to stop and beat the punks up with a few clones. That looks like a good place to loose them, Naruto says to himself as he quickly transforms into a girl and darts into the women's clothes store he spotted. The small cloud of smoke being the only thing the passing people noticed. Ha! The idiots don't even know what happened. The blonde brags to herself as she watches the teens look around the dispersing cloud of smoke for a minute and then run past the store from behind a clothes rack. Naruto-kun? A familiar voice asks from behind the blonde, getting her to jump in surprise. Arun? What are you doing here? Naruto asks the green-haired girl from the awkward stances she landed in. Well, this is a clothes store, Run tells him, holding up a dress to further what she's implying. What about you, Naruto-kun? Run asks, excited to be alone with the blonde. A bunch of guys I beat up the other day wanted to return the favor. So I ducked in her till they passed, Naruto casually explains. They wanted to beat you up? Run nearly yells in concern as she starts inspecting the blonde. Did they do anything? Are you hurt anywhere? Run asks as she yanks and pulls on different parts of the blonde's body looking for injuries. Run! Knock it off! I'm fine. Naruto tries to tell the girl, looking around at the weird looks the other shoppers are giving them. Come here, Naruto tells the girl as she grabs her arm and pulls her into one of the changing rooms. Okay, now could you please not do then, you're going to sneeze, Naruto was telling the girl when she turned around to see Run in the processes of sneezing. One sneeze later and Run starts freaking out about being in a dress and being in a changing room with Naruto. You really do have shitty timing with that, huh? Naruto asks, getting the dress-wearing boy to shut up. Sorry if I can't control it like you can, Run retorts after a moment. Seeing the boy trying to cover up as much as possible, Naruto decided that she can't just leave him like this. Take your clothes off, Naruto tells him as she starts removing her own. What? What are you talking about, you idiot? I only have eyes for Lala-chan. The boy yells at the blonde as he backs up to the opposite wall. You're the idiot. Naruto yells back with a red face from her annoyance at the misunderstanding. We're swapping clothes. Unless you want to leave the store in a dress, Naruto tells him as she finishes stripping down to her boxers. WWH, why can't you change back into a guy before taking your clothes off? Rin nearly yells as he covers his eyes. I don't want to walk out of the store as a guy wearing a dress, you idiot. Now take that off. Naruto tells him as she yanks his arms up and starts pulling the dress off of the boy. TTH, this eye as Rin started stuttering as Naruto keeps removing his clothes while she was nearly naked. There, now start putting my clothes on, Naruto tells him after leaving him in nothing but panties. I'll give Run her clothes back tomorrow, okay? Naruto tells the boy as she puts Run's dress on. This is so embarrassing, Rin tells himself as he starts getting dressed himself. Store's entrance. Guess I'll see ya tomorrow then, the blonde tells Rin, getting a nod in return from the red-faced boy. Only for both of them to stop when they spot Yui staring at them with a completely stunned expression. After a few minutes of the three staring at each other, Naruto asks, long or short explanation? The end. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section how was the story. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will meet you in another video. Peace out.